Graham Island is an unclaimed bit of rock in the middle of the Mediterranean. It's below the water, so it's not technically an island right now.
Grahamland.
Dead Island 2, Graham Island.
Graham Island.
I mean, as long as I can like put a pole there, like have a flag.
Poll for what? What do you want to ask people?
Do you think this is above or below water?
Hello and welcome to the Yearlies.
Graham was like one of the only people that has a name that can be related to any notable hurricane. Hurricane Graham, which was in Australia.
So
you and your
met,
storm fixation, I love it.
You never met a
so glad you know that
Irene.
offhand, Christian.
Yeah, Christian has expansive storm knowledge.
It's true. It's literally true.
I feel like there's been a Hurricane Jordan, though.
Yeah.
Maybe I didn't cross-reference everyone's names, but like...
I feel like there's been me.
Hurricane Michael from Mick.
Oh, there's gotta have been a
Okay,
Hurricane Michael.
that definitely existed because it happened in 2019. So I like...
I'm not sure if Hurricane Christian will ever happen because that comes with its own connotations.
So true.
That's gonna be my fucking stage name.
From October 27th to October 28th, 2013, Cyclone Christian hit Denmark.
Oh, well, there we
Cyclone
go.
Christian.
I hit Denmark.
There's something rotten in Denmark.
So
It's
what I've heard today is that every single one of you has had a hurricane in some sort except for me.
Don't worry, Hurricane Taylor's coming in 3 days from now.
We can talk to do that thing that Taylor likes to do. That we did last time.
That we did once.
That we're gonna do again. And talk about see if anyone remembers what their 2011 as a year was like.
I just remember, like, I'm looking at some of these games and remembering that I actually played them in 2011. And the idea that it's so weird. I lived in two different places in 2011 because I moved that year. So I'm just looking at, I played this here, but then I played this in a completely different house 6 months later.
Taylor, I totally feel you. Because a lot of my gaming time was definitely split up between my mom's house, which I had a PS2 at, and my dad's house.
Your
who had
dad's
like an
ass.
Xbox and everything.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, sorry.
2011.
2011, that was either like, I think 2011 was, I think that was like my last year of middle school.
Oh, it's so weird when I hear you guys say that because it reminds me how much older I am.
It's all right.
No, it's not your fault.
2011. How old was I in 2011? Hold on.
It was 7th to 8th grade, I believe it was.
I
right.
was
So-
like 12 or 13.
So I have a very important gaming story then, if that's when this like took place and everything.
And then I'd like to go after you, actually.
So that was the year between 7th and 8th grade. Is the year I broke my leg. And that might not sound significant to a lot of you, but and I'm sorry.
I've broken my leg. I get it.
Yeah, if you're queasy to this stuff, I apologize. My tibia broke in half.
Bro, we
Jeez,
tibia twins.
Tibia twins.
Taylor, your tibia broke too. Oh,
My
man.
fibia and tibia.
Yeah.
Or was it fibula?
So
I think they're two different bones.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my tibia broke in half, and because of that, I had to be in a wheelchair for a little while.
I'm sorry, man.
Me and Christian's school wouldn't let us like go to school if we were in a wheelchair because they didn't have the proper accommodations for it. So I had to be homeschooled for a little while, and what that meant is like at the end of the school day, the teachers would come to my house and teach me for like 2 or 3 hours everything I missed for that week. But all this to say, the reason why this is important to like gaming and everything is because this was the year that all I did during the school day was play Smash Brothers Brawl and Mario Kart Wii. And that's all I remember from this year was the fact that I broke my leg, and those are the two games that I played.
Yeah, that's a solid way to spend a year.
Honestly.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, other than the leg being broken, but
No, that goes without saying.
Yeah.
But they wouldn't even let you into the school. That's irritable.
It was kind of shitty. I'm not gonna lie, but I mean, Christian can attest. We didn't go to the most prestigious middle school.
Well,
oh yeah.
I after like only like a few weeks in, I started using a walker. I just was in the wheelchair because it was fun.
Yeah, no, I went out with the wheelchair once when we went pumpkin picking, and like I
Wow.
was so miserable, like I couldn't take it anymore. So I used the
yeah.
crutches no matter what after that.
The crutches took me a while because I was scared. It's like when you take the training wheels off your bicycle.
But I totally don't blame you because crutches are a very scary thing to try to like get use of, you know?
So no one
Yeah.
signed your cast?
My cast was black, and I chose it like that so no one could sign it.
Oh, there are markers that would bypass that.
I know,
Yeah,
but I didn't
like
want anyone signing
silver.
my cast.
Someone's like, no,
remember-
I got you. Gets an ultraviolet
I remember-
marker. Like,
The first signature I got on my cast was my childhood friend, and he wrote "fell better."
Well,
No,
tell her
That's
I
why
hope
you're
you-
in the. That's why you're in the cast to begin with, because you didn't fall good enough.
Also, everyone was an asshole to me afterwards. I broke my leg. It was a meteor shower. There was another meteor shower a few years later. And it's like, hey, Taylor, you better stay home that night because you'll fucking.
Did
Oh
a
my
meteor
God.
strike your leg?
No.
that would
I
have been awful.
Would have been great.
No,
if
I
you had
was,
superpowers.
Yeah.
I was 7. I think I had just seen Monsters Inc. And let me turn this story into about me. I'm sorry, Clanky.
No, you're good. You're good. I
okay.
finished my story, so you're
Go
fine.
on.
Okay. I was 7. I had just seen Monsters Inc. that day. We had a nanny living with us, and she slept in the basement. So there was a balcony right outside of it where we looked at the stars. And my mom told me to go wake her up. So I woke her up, and then I ran back. But apparently apparently there was a little bit of wet cement on our basement. I don't know why. I don't know if we were getting it remodeled or what. But I slipped, and we have a pool table. I take the pool table to try to hold my fall, and I bring it crashing down with me, and I break my leg.
Oh no, dude, I'm so sorry.
Ah.
My story is a lot more embarrassing than that. I was trying to impress some kids at my bus stop by doing a scooter trick.
Oh
and
no.
well, I guess you can tell where the story goes.
Yeah.
I did
Cool
not
trick.
successfully pull off the scooter trick, and
Hey, I'm
I
back.
broke my leg.
You're back.
You know what the worst part was, though?
What?
My parents didn't believe me, so they made me sleep through the night with a broken leg.
That is
Taylor!
terrible.
Taylor, I don't think you understand how similar you and I are, because, like, it was the same thing with me.
Oh,
My
no.
parents were like, you didn't break your leg, you're fine, and I was like, okay, and then I just couldn't walk.
That's what I've learned about us, Clanky. Like, we don't agree on everything, but when we have something similar, we're, like,
The
completely
same
synchronized.
person.
Yeah, no, it's so true, though. It's, like,
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
If I could
So-
speak briefly about my experience with 2011, I did
Right,
not
yeah.
break a bone.
Good.
But
Congratulations.
I did switch houses. So I that is a similarity, Taylor, that me and you share in that respect at the least. And I actually echo very similar feelings to you, Taylor. It was a strange transition for me of playing games in one place where I was playing games up in the 3rd floor attic, and then the next moment I was playing games in a dank crematorium basement.
My very brief thing of like 2011 that I don't want to like talk too much about certain games I may or may not have played that are already in the list. I want to save that for the main event.
Yeah.
But I will say that is the year that I got the my 3DS, because that's the year it came out.
That was the year you got your computer virus.
It's
Yeah.
a computer virus.
You know, I often forget that the 3DS was 2011 because in my
Yeah.
mind it came out in 2013,
Mhm.
No,
but it didn't. It was a 2011, and I got it in
Sorry,
2011.
this was 2011.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
always forget that the 3DS came out in 2011, because,
Yeah.
like, no offense, but no one bought the 3DS in 2011.
Oh, that's not true.
No,
Clanky.
you did.
I did,
If
and I
only,
played
if
Face
only.
Raiders. I have
I
it
played-
marked
no.
right here. August 11th, 2011. I played Face Raiders for the first
Christian-
time.
Christian, can I make a quick correction?
Yeah.
You did not buy the 3DS. Your parents bought the
Oh,
3DS.
Okay, that's
Didn't buy
true.
it for themselves.
Yeah. No, but like, yeah, I played mostly Face Raiders because the only 2 games like I had for it were Green Lantern, Rise of the Manhunters, and Lego Star Wars 3
Wait, for the 3DS?
for the 3DS. Yes.
Those were like release games?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if I got like.
What's the word I'm looking for? Launch.
The 3DS didn't have the best launch, if we're being
No,
honest.
it wasn't
I got,
launch games, but
I got
it was
Dead
like
or
a
Alive
couple of
booby
them.
physics.
It
Yeah.
was like a couple months after launch, I think.
Yeah.
But but the best part is because my parents bought it before the price cut. I got into the ambassador program, and that's how I've played a bunch of NES and Game Boy Advance games.
Graham, my ambassador brother.
Yeah, but I so respect that. My 3DS was bought in like 2012, 2013. I got it as a birthday gift. And like I had to like convince my parents to get it for me because they were like, "Oh, but you're like, you're like a teenager now. You shouldn't be playing Mario games anymore." And I was like, "Fuck you. I want the 3DS and that's all I want." So I just need that.
My parents bought me the 3DS because like one day we walked at GameStop, they had like one on demo. I like used it for a bit, said, "Huh, this feels good," and then they just decided to get me a 3DS. So if you ever need to like look up the definition of privilege, you'll see my face next to it.
It's true. I have looked it up.
I've seen it there.
You can
it's
confirm
always
it,
there.
Taylor? That's crazy.
I don't know about you guys, but my dictionary doesn't have pictures in it.
It's like one of those text pictures where the text it's typography.
ASCII art.
Yeah, like ASCII art. Yeah.
No, it's a Wikipedia page. I make up things about Graham on it every week.
I like to imagine that if I like search a random like Wikipedia article, I'll just see like, and Graham was there, and I'll be like, "Oh yeah, of course."
Graham did it.
Graham, a little known fact: Graham is the lead singer of one of Mick's favorite bands.
I mean, it's true. It's literally.
And also, one last thing on 2011. It's also the year everyone's favorite Captain America movie came out. Captain America: The First Avenger.
It's pretty good.
It's like fine.
That's all I can really say about it.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I saw it in theaters. It's pretty good.
I think it's about time.
Better than Black Widow.
Last thoughts, Mick? Do you have anything to add? I forget if you had anything. Jordan, do you have anything you'd like to add?
2011 was a year.
So true. So true.
This is why we gave this man a mic.
True and year pilled.
I'm trying to think. 2011 was my freshman year of high school.
You're a year older than these guys, right?
You're my age, so yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Jordan and I are the same age, so I was kind of hoping he could answer that because I was like,
it was the end of my freshman year of high school, beginning of my sophomore year of high school.
Yeah, that makes sense. If I was going from 7th to 8th, then y'all would be going from 9th to 10th probably.
Yeah.
My pinky toe is now going to be in pain for most of this, but that's okay.
If the toe falls off sometime in the middle of this thing, then
I am not recreating Moody's point.
Oh.
No, if
how many Amanda Show references are going to be in this?
If Taylor's like
ton of Amanda Show,
bring in the dancing lobsters.
If one more person
is arguing,
do lobsters lap tape?
So true.
I'm not having this discussion again. I banned it.
If Taylor's toe falls off while he's arguing something, he automatically wins. That's how it works.
Is that right? Okay, hang on, making a mental note.
Unplugged. I can't hear any of you.
Can I get one for every toe I break?
Every toe you break.
Every toe you break, every lie you make.
Always goes back to Sting.
Floating for you.
I'll be watching you.
I hope not. Oh God.
I'll make it a promise.
Here in my apartment. He's holding a gun. Clanky.
All right, let's start.
Bring in the dancing lobsters. All right, I'm gonna start the tournament. So I hope we're all ready to go.
I call a tournament.
I am ready. I'm not just ready. I'm ready, Freddy.
I have
Clanky,
started.
it is
swallows entire bottle of pills. Breakfast of champions.
I hate the pill.
Clanky
I hate the pill.
Clanky,
all right, let's begin our 2-day discussion on why Minecraft.
What'd you say,
is
Taylor? I'm sorry.
Oh no, I just think it's so contrastingly different to hear your voice from 2 weeks ago versus your voice today.
I know, right? It's like I almost
You
have it
have it.
back or something. It's wild.
So, as we may recall, the first ones are always going to be the roughest. I'm going to give an 8-minute timer as was last time, unless anyone has any problems with that.
Okay.
So,
I don't like time.
Let's just take time out of the equation. So the first category, or first round, I guess you could say, Minecraft versus Deus Ex: Human Revolution. Ready,
dear.
Set, go.
Can I start off?
Yes.
Okay, so I don't, to be totally fair, I don't know a lot about Deus Ex. I've heard a lot of good things about it, don't get me wrong, but I want to talk from the perspective of Minecraft really quick. I don't really think I need to introduce this game. I think we all know what Minecraft is, but it's I guess like my thing is that Minecraft was such an influential game, not just to like me as like a person, but I guess just like to a whole generation of people that have played Minecraft, you know? Because Minecraft's very quickly, if we look at like, you know, the best-selling games of all time, it very quickly became like a top seller. And I'm not saying that justifies like a good game versus a bad game or anything, but Minecraft offers so much, especially nowadays compared to where it was. I think we're basing the Minecraft release based off of like when it like exited alpha and beta and like became an official release. But I still think that it kind of speaks for itself in the sense of it was such an influential game, and there's so much you can do with it. You can play it as a survival game. You can play it as a game where you're just building and creating, almost like Legos. And because of that, it offers a lot of versatility.
Yeah. Can I just say, I was the one who put Deus Ex on here, and I love Deus Ex, and I will defend it when it winds up in the losers bracket, because even I'm voting for Minecraft.
Wow. Okay, because
It's Gammy.
I was
Can
like,
you tell me what Deus Ex is first?
Okay, so Deus Ex Human Revolution is a reboot of an old, of a classic FPS RPG called simply Deus Ex.
So this is a remake.
Yeah.
It's a reboot.
It's a prequel, technically.
It's sort of, yeah. Anyway, the premise of Deus Ex is it's a cyberpunk game, but the premise of Deus Ex Human Revolution is it's at the sort of the beginning where the ability to sort of replace body parts with bionic replacements is kind of starting to become commonplace, and it's creating vast disparities in society because there are people that can do things that others can't. But anyway, that's not the main point. The main thing about Deus Ex is the fact that it, as a game, has a reputation, and it lives up to this reputation for allowing you to tackle a problem from literally any angle you want. So, like, it is entirely possible to go through playing it as a first-person shooter, guns blazing. You could play it as a hacking simulator, you could play it as a stealth game, or you could play it by basically just convincing the bad guy to turn himself in, rather than actually having to do any combat of any sort. The original Deus Ex was amazing at this. It had a skill tree, and there were only two skills that you should never put points into, and those were swimming and poison resistance.
Yeah, swimming.
You could, in theory, put all your points. You could, in theory, put all your points into swimming and poison resistance, and therefore soft lock yourself out of being able to beat the game. Swimming and poison resistance are removed from Human Revolution, so literally any decision you make can lead you to being able to beat the game. It is a game full of amazing choices to accomplish the problems of it. To accomplish the problems it presents you, there are basically an infinite amount of ways that you could approach the problem. Okay. That being said, it's good, but it doesn't have the generation-defining,
impact
that Minecraft did.
If I could say a few words about Minecraft, just my, I won't be long. Just my personal.
You say
history.
that like he's deceased.
I'd like to say a few words about Minecraft.
I'd like to say a few words about Minecraft, my beloved.
Apple pie.
I'm just gonna say it's gonna take a mountain for me to not vote for Minecraft in every sinle vote that it's in this entire tournament.
Does Deus Ex have a mountain in it?
Does it?
True.
Does it have a mountain?
Minecraft has mountains. Minecraft has mountains.
Deus Ex has no mountains.
Deus Ex has no mountains. I can't vote
in 2011.
I can't vote for Deus Ex. It has no mountains. Taylor, Graham, did you want to say anything?
No. So I'm just gonna like clarify. Are we allowed to like bring up like this will also go for like Skyrim or everything? Like mods are also kind of like a big deal with Minecraft, and also the fact that Minecraft 2011 and Minecraft now are very different.
No. Minecraft 2011 could survive without mods. I don't think that's relevant.
We're judging the game
I agree.
based off its final version.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that mods are definitely like an important part of the conversation, but they shouldn't be like the de facto, this is why I'm voting for this game. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right.
And I think we're all voting for Minecraft anyway, so it doesn't fucking matter.
This might be the first wipeout vote, honestly. There's a chance. I mean, Taylor, do you have anything to say?
I mean, I'm kind of holding back because there's no need for me to defend Minecraft in this case. We're gonna have to
I
talk
should
about
say,
it later.
Taylor,
Yeah.
you would love Deus Ex and you should totally play it. Nevertheless, Minecraft wins.
Listen, you did coerce me in the sense because you know that I've come to a recent fascination for multiple ways to solve the same problem.
Yeah, I wasn't exactly doing that on purpose. Like that was just simply like, no, that's what the game's known for. So
Yeah, no, and I think I knew that. I think the setting I have some mixed feelings about whether or not it's going to be for me. And like if it's going to be a story that's like overly lore-y and intelligent.
Not really. It's kind of like it's pretty straightforward, sort of like.
You know, if it's defined by its characters more than its world.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, like the world's important, but it's kind of a, you know, it's kind of a generic sort of James Bond villain style plot of.
That's what I thought of.
Here's what I'll say about Minecraft for this round. The first time it was, well, actually, I think the first time it was ever introduced to me was actually at the Spike TV Game Awards, where it was up for Best Indie Game, and Super Meat Boy was no, wait, maybe I got the order wrong.
Wait, Deus Ex is a
no,
indie game?
no. I'm back at Minecraft.
Was this the same Spike TV? Was it the same Spike TV Awards with like they had Samuel Jackson come back to host it again? They had him be like
no, they
animated.
got fucking Neil Patrick Harris because he hosted every single award show that year, and fucking Olivia Munn comes out, tries to steal the award show. She's like, I was in a bikini and gave everyone gaming boners. And Neil Patrick Harris is like, I want a gaming boner. And then fucking, oh my God, this one lady comes out and does a that's what she said joke. And it's like, hey, got you guys. And I could totally do it.
Spike TV video game
2011, man.
I could do another that's what
This
she
is like
said.
the one time Graham would ever choose Jeff Keighley for anything.
But you know what?
I think no, because wasn't he involved? He was involved something in.
That might have been 2010 though.
Yeah.
I'm not positive. Anyways,
No, right.
I just remember I had a conversation with someone on the bus, and he had just played Minecraft for the first time. Maybe it wasn't the first time, but it was new to him. And he goes, "We're all just circles living in a world of squares."
That's so deep.
And I spent an entire bus ride trying to disprove that theory, being like, no, not everything is a square. He's like, you name something, and I will tell you how it's actually just just condensed as a bunch of squares. And for the life of me, I could not get him to move forward. And from that day forward, I vowed to hate Minecraft with all of my soul. And then later changed my mind.
Yeah, we are
that's
about
the thing
wrapping
about
up.
Minecraft.
So, last thoughts.
Yeah.
It's to me, it's just Minecraft offered so many great memories and experiences that it's going to take an incredible game to top Minecraft, at least for me personally.
You know, Human Revolution is good, and I love it, but it's no Minecraft.
Yeah.
I think that.
All right.
Yeah.
So, I think we're about ready to vote. I generated a random number to start our voting order. It's going to start with Clanky, and it's going to end with Mick. So, Clanky is going to start the vote, Mick is going to end the vote, and I will say the order that we are going to be voting in. So, Clanky, you start.
I think it's pretty obvious. I am voting for Minecraft.
Graham?
Minecraft.
Taylor?
We're all just circles living in a square world.
Deus Ex it is. No, Minecraft, right?
Yeah.
I am voting for Minecraft because it used to be in my top 10 favorite games. And Mick?
I'm voting for Minecraft.
All right.
Don't worry, Deus Ex. I will come to you. I will come to your defense in the losers bracket.
Who would have guessed? Yeah. Sorry.
The first blowout of who would have guessed it would have been Minecraft? Who would have ever thunk it, huh?
Don't worry.
All right.
It would have been the Yearlies.
That's gonna happen on this list. Don't worry.
Yeah, there's a couple more that might happen.
So,
there's one more guaranteed.
There is our next category. The Legend of Zelda: Skyward Sword versus Pokemon Black and White. 3, 2, 1.
I would like to ask a question to everybody before we get this started.
Yeah, go for it.
Is this a community of Skyward Sword haters?
I have no opinion on this game.
I will say that I don't hate Skyward Sword. I think that's a very strong opinion.
Does anyone here a Zelda fan who thinks Skyward Sword is a bad game? Because there exists a large community of those people, and those people really get to me.
Again, I don't think Skyward Sword is a bad game, full stop. But I think at least the Wii original game, in my opinion, it's one of the lesser Zelda games to come out.
I think the phrase you're looking for, Clanky, is leaves a lot to be desired.
Or
you're so right. You're so right.
Let me pull up my piece for Skyward Sword, because I had a very interesting experience with this. I got the game when it came out in 2011. I had only just recently started beating Zelda games. Zelda games are always this thing that I was never able to finish. Like 2011 was like when I started beating more games, perhaps. I played it over the summer as I came home every day from work. And the thing that drew me into Skyward Sword the most at the time was its narrative. I was so, at the time, like, stories in games were very important to me, but I hadn't experienced a whole lot of them. Skyward Sword, to me, has three major elements of its story that work between three of its characters. This game's Zelda, which is the best Zelda. This game's rival, Groose, who fucking steals every scene he's in. And this game's villain, Girahim, who has gone down to be my favorite villain in video games, and is one of the reasons why this game brought so many feelings of me, to a point that at a certain point, holding the Wiimote in my hand as a sword, I could actually, I don't want to spoil big moments, but there was a big moment that made me feel like my Wii remote had actually turned into a sword. I remember feeling like I was actually thrusting a sword because I was so motivated by the narrative pacing. All that being said, I understand that it is a far more linear Zelda game, which people are not crazy about these days, but I have never had as big of an issue with its linearity as other people. I also think it has some incredible dungeons, some of the best 3D Zelda dungeons, and some really great boss fights. I remember there was one particular boss fight in the 4th dungeon that, like, without even, like, hearing anyone else's opinions, I just remember I fought that boss. I'm like, holy shit, that was awesome. And Skyward Sword was, like, full of awesome moments like that. They also, the rupees have more value, the side quests have more value. The only thing that, like, that made Skyward Sword lower for me than some other Zelda games was playing it with the Wii Motion Plus, because while the sword combat worked, the motion controls themselves, maybe it was my TV, maybe it was my sensor bar, but I had to recalibrate that thing so many fucking times that it brought me down a little bit.
If I can say one thing, I really do think that the Wii wasn't ready for Skyward Sword, because I think the concept itself, like you've basically been explaining this whole time, Taylor, was incredible, but it really just faltered in the fact that, for me as well, the motion controls barely worked. I had to recalibrate it all the time, and that's what caused me to stop playing the game initially. I didn't want to constantly...
I should mention that they've been fixed with the newer version.
Yeah, but we're talking about the 2011 Wii release right now. We're not talking.
But we can treat it as if you wanted to play the game. You can play the game in this year with the problems.
If I can say something,
that is fair. While I do think that Skyward Sword is, overall a good game, as a Zelda game, like Mick said before, it leaves a lot to be desired. Yeah. Whereas Pokemon Black and White does the opposite. I admitted to Christian recently that, as much as I hate to say this, Black and White is probably my favorite Pokemon game. And it's because it introduces so much to the franchise that I didn't realize was sorely lacking until I, like, really sat down and analyzed all the Pokemon games that exist right now. I've been talking a lot, so I'm going to shut up.
Oh, no, I want to say something about Pokemon Black and White. Pokemon Black and White, in my opinion, is the height of Pokemon in terms of art style.
I agree. Wholeheartedly.
Yeah, 100% agree.
I need to mention, this is going to be the hardest bracket. This is the hardest bracket on all of these, because I also feel all of your opinions towards Black and White. Black and White was so good.
Can I talk about Black and White for a little bit, actually, if that's okay?
Hang on. You guys interrupted me. I was done.
Sorry. Yeah,
sorry, Mick.
No, but so I think Black and White is the height of a Pokemon art style, because after that they try to go more 3D, and it's fine. It's
not more 3D. They went 3D.
No, that's what I mean.
Well, there were
Black and White had some
3D assets.
Black and White had some limited 3D in it, but my main point is the Pokemon themselves were beautifully animated sprites.
Yeah. Yeah.
And there's so much movement, and it's so weird to be able to look at Pokemon in a 2D sprite-based art style and see so much movement and color and action, and then look at the 3D, and it's this weird, stilted, awkward stuff.
Yeah.
The same Pikachu model they use every single game of him with his hands like by his hips, and he's like just standing there. It's the same.
Where he's
frustrated
like,
by it.
oh geez, I hope it's my turn soon. Yeah. No, I think the biggest problem with Pokemon is that it took the leap to 3D. If it stayed 2D sprite-based, it would have been an incredible series and no one would complain about it.
Yeah. And also, like, I think Black and White was the first generation where I feel like I really saw a lot of people start to complain about, like, the new Pokemon designs. I'm kind of the other way, and I think, I'm kind of the opposite way, is that I think most people are blinded by nostalgia because I think Gen 1 was the worst Pokemon designs.
Yes!
I mean, I think we're all in agreement
Mick,
here.
Yes!
We're all in agreement.
What? Grimer? Pokeball
Dude,
with eyes?
There's a seal named
fucking
Seal.
Seal is the worst Pokemon to exist. Seal is the worst
It's
one.
so bad.
And like after this gen, they just Gen 1 baited the shit out of Pokemon.
Yeah.
Like Charizard!
I respect Pokemon Black and White so much because they finally made a Pokemon game where they said, all right, Pikachu's not in this one.
Yeah,
Have fun.
And the idea of introducing all unique Pokemon is probably one of the best ideas because it makes it feel like a new region.
Yes, so true.
Yep.
And for the thing is,
Absolutely.
and it makes a lot of sense for Black and White because it's explicitly not taking place in Pokemon Japan. It's taking place in Pokemon New York. And so the idea that there's totally different animals makes a lot of sense. And then after that, they piss that all away and we're like, hey, let's introduce all the Pokemon together. It's like, oh, fuck you.
Good.
Yeah.
I want Graham to talk and see if he has anything
Graham.
to say.
Yeah.
So, I am ashamed to admit that I was on I caught on to the initial Gen 5 hate you these Pokemon designs suck when I was a kid. I realized how wrong I was. So don't worry. Save your tomatoes for someone more deserving.
I will. I will.
Tomatoes.
Skyward Sword. I plan on getting it very soon. I'm definitely getting the Switch version because I want to complete my Zelda collection.
I think the problem is that, Taylor and Clanky, you two might be the only one. Mick, have you played Skyward Sword?
Definitely not.
Okay, Mick and Taylor and Clanky, you are the only two who have played Skyward Sword, so...
I already experienced the height of Wii swordplay last year.
With Red...
Yes.
No, listen, if this was a Skyward Sword versus Red Teal,
Wii Sports
Red Teal
Resort.
debate.
Wii Sports... don't even get me started on Wii Sports Resort. We'll get there. We'll get there.
Listen, it was very important for me to get a chance to just explain all of the things that Skyward Sword does so well. I haven't figured out my decision yet because I also wanted to say Black and White also, for what it is, also has an interesting enough story.
Yes.
To the degree that I respect the fact that it is the only Pokemon game that carries its villain team throughout the entirety of the game.
Yeah. It's
and
true.
I really remember feeling the impact of that and actively, I was younger at the time, so it's not as big of a deal now, but I remember feeling like fighting against Team Plasma, especially towards the end, had meaning. Failing could mean an actual change upon society could be brought about by their leaders' decisions. And it was interesting. It was interesting the way they handled the legendaries. It's cast. They made a lot of good choices. The game is also one of the only difficult Pokemon games, so that's a plus.
It is true.
Also the music slaps.
I imagine. Yeah.
I think if we have more
But
thoughts about
Skyward Sword has Girahim.
If there's one bad thing I'll say about Pokemon Black and White is that I think Reshiram and Zekrom leave a lot to be desired in terms of designs.
That's true.
Yeah.
Well, actually, no, I like Zekrom. I like Zekrom.
I like both of them.
I don't hate them. I just think they could be better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think if anyone has any lingering thoughts about Black and White, we will have another chance to talk
Probably.
about Black and White in more detail because I want to go more in depth about Black and White actually, but I will be saving it for a little while.
I want to talk about Skyward Sword more.
You'll probably have that chance as well.
we talked so much about Black and White, we didn't get a chance to defend Skyward Sword. But let's see how the votes go.
I'm trying to play both sides here.
Clanky,
I'm gonna
you
play
go first.
both sides.
I'll keep this quick. I do agree with a lot of what Taylor said as far as the story in Skyward Sword is concerned. But what I think is amazing to me is how well Black and White executed everything. So, unfortunately, even though I don't hate Skyward Sword, I have to give it to Black and White.
Graham, your vote?
It's like I've never been like more like disconcerted about like two different games that like I haven't really played.
Yeah, this vote's volatile.
That was me. That was me last time when I had to vote between Red Dead Redemption and Fallout New Vegas.
Oh God, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the end of that bracket got scary.
It did.
Pokemon.
Okay.
Taylor, your vote?
Can I go last?
Yes, I will vote. And Pokemon Black and White are in my top 10 favorite games. So, Mick, your vote?
Pokemon Black and White. I haven't played Skyward Sword, and even if I did, I probably would not enjoy it nearly as much as Black and White.
Taylor, would you like to give Skyward Sword a vote for posterity?
I want to be. I need to decide for myself which one of these games I like more, because I've been staring at this bracket for a week, and this is the one where I constantly these are the closest two games in my top. I don't know which one I like better, right? Because I can look at my top 100, and like Wind Waker is my favorite Zelda, and Emerald is my favorite Pokemon. So when I do that, I'm always like, this is how I rank my favorites in this franchise. So like Skyward Sword is my third favorite Zelda game. Black and White is my second favorite Pokemon generation. So it's like, which one of these has more impact to me when we go away from the number one spot? And it's like Skyward Sword does so much for me, and Black and White. Here's the deal. Here's how I think I'm going to do this. I adore Black and White. I really, really, really do. This is another example of, if you ask me on a different day, I might change my vote.
Yeah.
I think I like Black and White 2 better. And because this is not Black and White 2, I think that can let me give this to Skyward Sword just for today.
Yeah, I can't blame you there, because Black and White 2 were both Black and White 2 were great sequels.
I actually, you know what? No, I'm actually not entirely sure I could even separate my thoughts on Black and White from Black and White 2, because all the memories are sort of blended together. So I can respect that.
Yeah,
I got very different experiences out of both of them, actually.
Yeah. Now I'm going to.
I don't want to let Black and White sweep Skyward Sword.
Everyone okay with this submission?
Yeah.
All right. Now I'm gonna have the fucking hardest time during round 2. Minecraft versus Pokemon Black and White is gonna be the most difficult fucking thing I'm ever going to do in my entire life.
I think I know where I'm going on that one, but I could be swayed, definitely.
We got time.
Yeah. So here's a much more fun one. Mario Kart 7 versus Batman Arkham City. 3, 2, 1, go. Can I start on this one?
Sure.
Yes.
You go ahead.
Oh wait, Graham, did you have something you wanted to say first?
I just want like
everyone to be happy.
Like Arkham City. Arkham City was like the first game where I was like, I need to play this game like immediately. But like I had to wait, and usually I'm so impulse control. Like most of the time, I just like look up stuff on Wikipedia. Like I need to know what happens, but I was like, no, I'm not gonna look up what happens to Arkham City, and I am so thankful that I didn't look up what happened, considering what happens at Arkham City.
I got Arkham
Anyone
City
really
spoiled.
care about spoilers?
I do care.
I kind of do.
Okay.
I'm gonna go get some more soup.
Well, I'm still gonna be here, so unfortunately,
I'm not gonna say.
I should say I have played neither of these games. So I'm, maybe I should stay because I don't know.
I played both of them. That's the weird part.
Yeah, that is the weird part.
Just so I know, when you say you played Mario Kart 7, you do mean the 3DS game, right?
Was it only a 3DS version?
You're not thinking of Mario Kart 8, are you?
Maybe I am. Why was Mario Kart 7 only playable on 3DS?
Yes.
Yeah.
Then maybe it was. Yeah.
Oh no! Don't worry, Jordan. You didn't miss out on much because whichever version you played is very close to Mario Kart 7. So
Yeah,
no worries.
That's the one issue with Mario Kart 7 and Mario Kart 8, right? Is that Mario Kart 7 did introduce a lot to the series, but ultimately, Mario Kart 8 did all of it better.
Can I ask a quick question?
Yeah.
I don't like Mario Kart 8. Would I like Mario Kart 7?
No,
No,
Probably not.
no. If I'm being honest, absolutely not.
You would hate it.
Cool. I'm
Actually.
gonna get more
Jesus,
songs.
I put it on the list then.
So Mario Kart 7. I played Mario
a
Kart
good
7. I played Mario Kart 7, and I have not played Batman Arkham City. I think everyone should vote for Batman Arkham City.
Jesus Christ!
But Christian's so right though, because Mario. I'm sorry, I'm like stepping over you, Christian, and I'm sorry.
No,
but
it's fine. You're good.
Yeah,
That's
but,
all
like-
I wanted to say for now.
yeah, but Mario Kart 7 is that like it was just. I hate to say this, it was such a flaccid entry. That was the first time in my life where it was. No, listen, it was the first time in my
Mario Kart
life
8
where
was
I
so
felt
rad.
like they made a Mario Kart game just because they had to release a Mario Kart game. You know?
I don't know if I agree with that because I think, because it's the 3DS, they were always going to make a Mario Kart for the 3DS. So, like, what we got, like, I don't know. It's like, what we got was, like, the first successor. So for me, Mario Kart got really good with the Wii version because that's when they started putting retro tracks in. They
I
added the
agree.
trick
Well,
system.
no, DS was when they started retro tracks.
Yes, you're right. Okay, you're right. I'm sorry. But Wii is the one that like made it noticeable for me.
Yeah,
and,
no, Wii's the one that made it good. So
Yeah,
you're not.
well,
wrong.
okay, hold on.
and no, CS is a good game.
Oh, DS is
it's
great.
just-
No,
Because
I'm not saying otherwise, but
No,
I mean, like, yeah.
what I'm saying is I played 7 off of my hype from how much fun I had with Wii. It's like, oh, this is another Mario Kart game with interesting track designs. There's a paraglider, that's cool to me. Customized karts, I don't really care, to be honest, but like, whatever,
Yeah.
it's another Mario Kart. And as a Mario Kart game, I think it's quite good. I really like Shy Guy Bazaar.
It's a great map. It is a
And
great map.
Yeah.
And it also
Like,
has Mario Shipyard, which is also great.
And to be honest, now that I say that out loud, I don't really remember a whole lot of other Mario
But that's-
Kart.
That's the
Oh my
problem.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? Is that
Yeah.
the course design in Mario Kart 7 is so bad.
No,
There's
no,
only
no, 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 no.
there's only
No.
hold on. There's
Hold
only
on, they're not
3 good
bad.
courses.
That's
There's
not
only
true.
3 good courses.
I agree
There's
with
Mario
Blake.
I remember
Shipyard,
the,
there's Shy Guy Bazaar, and Music Park, and those
Hang
are the
on.
only good courses.
I agree
No,
with Blake.
the Woohoo Island courses were good. I
I
liked the
dislike those
idea.
immensely.
I liked those. I liked
I
the idea
dislike-
about a continuous course.
I dislike that there's 2 of them. If there was one of them, I'd be fine with it. But the fact that there's 2 is like, why the fuck am I racing through all of Woohoo Island? Like, I don't care.
Here's how I see it. If Mario Kart 7 was the last Mario Kart, if Mario Kart 8 didn't happen, then I don't think there would be as much what apparently has become a new wave of Mario Kart 7 hatred.
I
Um,
don't.
I don't think it's hatred. I think it's just like it was like, oh yeah, Mario Kart 7 is just out there.
It's
Yeah.
Mario Kart
It
7
But
is
like,
my
it
second.
exists in the same universe where Mario Kart Super Circuit and Super Mario Kart exist, and those games, you know what? I'm gonna piss people off. Aren't very good.
But I will say this, at least I can recognize all the courses from Super Circuit. I can't say the same about 7.
I-
Can
I'd
you
like to-
really?
I'd like to pause us for a second and give another opportunity for anyone to talk about Batman Arkham City. Actually,
I would like to talk about Arkham City. Actually,
Continue to shit on Mario Kart 7. I'll never put in another wild card
Arkham-
again.
no,
No,
please
Arkham-
do, Jordan. This game is good. It's
No,
just
Jordan,
It's so
No.
divisive, but it's
no,
so
Jordan,
good.
I'm
Doing you
happy
guys a
Mario
favor
Kart.
as well.
I'm happy Mario Kart 7 is on here.
I'm
Arkham
also
City's
very
better.
happy
Me too.
about it.
Me too.
I'm very happy about it.
This is my honorable mention. Arkham City was one of my compromise picks, so I would like to talk about it a little bit.
Yeah, go for it.
I played Arkham City. It was Batman was like a very new concept to me at around the time I played it. To me, like Batman was really explained to me by a classmate at my trade school, where like there was just this person in my opposite room to me, and when I talked to them, they told me all about Batman villains. They explained to me Joker's relationship with Batman. They explained to me all of the Robins and why Tim Drake is the best one. And I don't know why it connected with me so much. Maybe it was because I never really knew any comic book stories. I didn't really know Spider-Man at the time. I'm a Spider-Man fan now. So it was like, it was fascinating to me. I always had a passing interest in Arkham Asylum because everyone talked about how it was like the first superhero game, but I went into it with kind of like minimal expectations. Like, I don't know, like people describe it as like a 3D Metroidvania. I liked Metroidvania. So when I played it and got into what is now known as the Arkham combat, I'm like, oh dude, this flows so well. The way you string punches together feels like this incredible juggling act. And Arkham City takes that juggling act and adds a full a full world to explore with amazing maneuver abilities with how you grapple and glide everywhere, meaningful side quests, and a really good story. Not that Arkham Asylum didn't have any good story, but I think Arkham City is the peak of the Arkham franchise.
Yeah.
Yes.
Graham, did you have more that you wanted to add about Arkham City? Because I remember you started, and then I think I interrupted you.
Like Arkham
wanted to spoil
City...
things.
Yeah.
Graham, I have a question.
Yes.
So, in Arkham Asylum, my favorite thing to do was to scare the absolute shit out of the guards by slowly picking them off one by one and driving the last one insane. Can I still do that in Arkham City?
Yes. There's an actual name for those segments. They have like a whole gameplay segment where you can do challenges just for those, because those are like what are those segments called? They're like Predator segments.
Yeah, Predator.
Oh, Predator. Yeah. Okay.
Cool. My mind is made up. I have not been able to what's going on? I've not been able to play any Mario Kart game that isn't Double Dash. I love Double Dash. I hate every other Mario Kart. Something is wrong with me.
No,
clearly.
like Double Dash is great.
Jesus.
Double
I
Dash
don't
is great.
dislike Double Dash,
I have
but I do
a
think
lot
it's
of opinions
overrated.
on that.
But I think we're actually in about in voting time.
I don't think there's going to be any disagreement on what happens here.
Jordan, I'm very happy you vouched for Mario Kart 7 because I had a lot of fun with Mario Kart 7.
Yeah. I'm very happy you put it on the list because I always have something to talk about when Mario Kart 7 is involved. So
Yeah,
you picked
same
a great game for
Yeah, you really did.
I mean, we could have put Temple Run on here.
Yeah.
Listen! Temple Run is great.
Temple Run is great. I'm sorry.
No, can I just say, Temple Run is great, but that's a bit like saying, what's your favorite food? Lobster Thermidor or Skittles?
Awesome.
It's like, yeah, no. I like Skittles, but like, this is not a comparison that's worth making.
Listen, I put Temple Run on my list only because I was like, I can't think of any other games. Fuck it, here's Temple Run.
You know
Temple
what?
Run is a great goddamn game.
That joke
There should
only worked so well because you added the word Thermidor. Like lobster enough wouldn't have been enough.
Yeah.
Lobster Thermidor.
Lobster Thermidor.
Yeah.
Like how high gourmet can we get
That's
with this?
fantastic. So,
Anyway, let's do the drubbing.
Clanky, who do you vote for?
I'll keep this quick. I think that I've only played Mario Kart 7. I haven't played Batman Arkham City, but I feel like if I did play Batman Arkham City, I would like it a lot more than Mario Kart 7. So I'm voting for Batman Arkham City.
Of course.
Graham, your vote?
The theme music for Batman Arkham City is one of my all-time favorite themes of all time. So it has to go to Mario Kart 7. No, Arkham City.
Taylor, your vote?
Listen, man, I remember Mario Kart 7 was the first Mario Kart game I got on release day. I played it over a weekend, had a really good time. Don't think I ever went back to it after that. I don't think I've ever touched it since.
Yeah.
But it is good, and I just want to express that because it may not get a single vote today, that I do think it's good. Give it to Arkham City.
Yeah.
So I'm going to talk for a second. Mario Kart 7, I don't hate this game. I really don't, and I'm actually almost I'm so close to giving it the vote. Honestly, I'm actually so close because Mario Kart 8 is one of my favorite games of all time, and I put over 100 hours into Mario Kart 7, doing stupid ass fucking time trials and getting all the stupid fucking 3 stars. And I played this game so much, but it is not one of my favorite Mario Karts. It disappointed me on quite a few levels, and I can't not believe that Batman Arkham City would give me a better experience.
So true.
Mick?
I think I already made my opinion clear.
Batman Arkham City?
Yeah.
Okay.
For the record, though.
For posterity, as
So
I
Nick,
always say.
you have played Asylum, but you have not played City?
Yeah, that's the thing. I played neither of the games, and so I'm basing off of others in the series.
No, but you specifically said
Arkham
your
City's
favorite
great.
thing to do in Asylum was terrorize people. You didn't
Yeah,
do
no.
that?
Yeah. So, I played Asylum, and I played Mario Kart 8, and I love Asylum, and I hate Mario Kart 8, so,
And that I disagree with.
It's all right, Mick. We'll fight in 2014 when we have, or 2015 when we inevitably talk about Mario Kart 8.
Exactly.
Honestly, I don't
Mario
own the
Kart
game. I've only played it
2015.
occasionally with, other people, so I'm not even that passionate about it. I just don't like the game.
I don't think Mario Kart 8 was 2015, Clanky.
Was it 2014 or
I
2015?
think so. No, just because I was
I
specifically
think it was
looking
with
at
the Wii U. Yeah.
Also,
I know it was with the Wii U, but the Wii U expired in 2017.
Let me put it this
also
way, Clanky.
Clanky did say 2014.
It expired.
Let me look it up.
He changed it to 2015
I did. You're right. It was 2014, not 2015. I don't know why I thought 2015.
I only bring it up because I was looking at games of 2015 today because I'm playing a 2015 game right now, and I just wanted to see what else had come out that year. And Mario Kart 8 didn't show up.
Yeah. No, I'm not. Yeah, whatever.
All right. So,
All right.
the next round, Saints Row the Third versus Bastion. Ready, steady, go.
Okay, so I think I had both of these games on my thing, so I want to say something. I think both of these games are good. I think Bastion is by far the superior product.
Ooh.
Like, Saints Row the Third is good, but it's also not the best in the Saints Row franchise.
Okay,
You will
but
have to convince me then.
I happen to know that Mick has a very different opinion on how he appreciates Saints Row versus how I can only speak for myself appreciate Saints Row. Saints Row the Third was a turning point for how wacky the franchise was able to get, and I know Mick, you liked it when it was a little more refined in terms of like its structure, a little more serious, but like still contains itself. I think Saints Row the Third differentiates itself. And Saints Row is able to differentiate itself as its own franchise because of its wacky, chaotic self, and I think Saints Row the Third does that in spades.
So I
have
should
to
say,
echo everything Taylor said.
my thing is that Saints Row the Third is so close to being too crazy for its own good, I think. That being said, compared to modern Grand Theft Auto, I think Saints Row the Third being that wacky. What?
You were about to say Deus Ex.
No, yeah. Modern Saints Row the Third, I think it actually does need to be that wacky in order to differentiate itself, because, like, Grand Theft Auto nowadays is about as wacky as Saints Row, as Saints Row 2.
I actually totally agree with that. Grand Theft Auto has gotten very wacky. The only thing it's missing is really like cyber technology. It's really the only thing.
No.
That'll be the next
That's
one.
the thing.
if we ever make another one.
And giant dildo bats.
But the thing is, no, Saints Row 2 didn't have those sorts of things. It was Saints Row 3 that really Saints Row the Third that really went into that wackier territory. And so I think, in retrospect, I actually do think Saints Row the Third is a better game in how it differentiates itself from the title it's most often compared to. But only when looking back. I think at the time, Saints Row 2 was an overall better game. Saints Row the Third went, I think, a little too wacky for the franchise, but that's comparing it to the others in the franchise, I should say.
Yeah,
That's like a Mario Galaxy deal.
I was gonna use that comparison.
As a game in and of itself, I think Saints Row the Third is a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun. It has a lot of customization, a lot more than you might actually like. I had a lot of fun with Saints Row the Third.
Yes, very fun game.
I think, but personally, I would have to say, I think Bastion was a better experience overall. Have you all of you played Bastion?
I've not played Bastion, but I do want to.
Okay, I'll give you guys the cliff notes without spoilers. So, Bastion is a game that takes place in this
World.
What?
So true.
World.
So true.
Imagine you wake up one day and all the land has disappeared.
I see. That's
And
the plot of a Kirby game.
kind of, yeah.
Almost forgotten.
It's not like a Kirby
want.
game.
Not that one, but a different one.
Keep going.
But basically, it's like it's like everything is now floating in the void, and there's a bunch of like weird creatures everywhere. But the thing that really sets the game out is, first off, its beautiful art style. Second, its music. But third is the fact that there is a running narration of everything that happens in the game, with probably with the single greatest narrator voice in video games. It's hard to describe.
Stanley Parable?
No, not better than the Stanley Parable.
What's his name?
Can't wait for that one to come.
Jordan, help me. Who's the actor? The old, he's basically a living cowboy. He does the Ford commercials. What's his name?
Sam Elliott?
Yes, Sam Elliott.
I'm so glad that Jordan was able to pick up on that immediately.
Yeah, I'm good with actors like that.
Yeah, imagine Sam Elliott like describing everything you do in a.
There's nothing more than a forgotten wasteland.
I just want to say, Bastion caught me very off guard because when I look at its camera perspective, it's what is it, like isometric bird's eye?
Yeah, I should also say I'm not personally too big on isometric games that aren't RTSs either, so I know where you're going with this.
So when I saw it, I was like, I would not like this because I don't like the way it looks. Whenever I look at a Supergiant game from afar, I can't immerse myself in it. It's a very difficult experience, but actively playing a Supergiant game like Bastion is a very different experience because it's got a surprising amount of flow to it. I remember I had a surprisingly great time with Bastion. Here's the problem, Mick. I really don't remember much about it because I feel like a lot of the experience, a lot of the levels blend together a little bit. And it has moments. I remember there's a very good musical score about a third of the way through. I remember there's a little bit of an interesting thing they do at the end. I remember there are cool weapons and how you can bring them in and out. But it all kind of blends. And
can I just say, I do not necessarily disagree with that.
Okay. I also should say, I don't know. I may be neutral, but I happen to know a large community of people don't like that there's a narrator who narrates fucking everything.
It depends on your tastes.
Yeah, no. So I just say like it could be like you could say it is a good thing, but I happen to know that probably like one in every how many people will probably find it irritating.
Mm-hmm.
But I do like it. I do think it was really fun. There's another Supergiant game that's way better though. That's not important to this conversation, of course, but that still discredits, I think, just how playful and fun Saints Row the Third is, because Saints Row the Third to me really defines the concept of a sandbox game, because it really does feel like just a place to fucking screw around in.
Cool.
I should say I have very fond memories of the one level where you have to drive around in a car with a tiger in the passenger seat. But the thing is, it's a crazy mission because you can't break any road laws or else the tiger will attack you.
There's a luchador wrestler. There's a pimp who speaks in auto-tune.
I'd like to give a chance for Graham to say anything if he'd like to say anything. Like he said, he had no thoughts.
I've played Saints Row 3. Like I got it free on my Xbox 360. I always remember as a game where got to a certain point in a story mission, mission wouldn't load, can't restart the mission, so I can't. Or every time I try to restart the mission, it would also not load at the same point, so I couldn't finish a game.
That's the most Graham story I think I've ever heard.
Very Graham.
That was me in Saints Row 4, actually.
Yeah, even though I have played Saints Row 3, it is kind of like, it does just kind of like all just blend together. It's like, yeah, it's a game, but yeah. I even though I haven't played Bastion, I think I can appreciate Bastion more just for like what it does.
Interesting. So we can get to the voting then right now.
Yeah.
Clanky, who are you voting for?
So yeah, I said I didn't really have much to say. I've always heard Saints Row described as GTA, but a bit wackier. And I feel like I would rather at that point just play GTA. So, based on the fact that I haven't played either of these games, I am giving the vote to Bastion.
Woo.
Graham, I assume what your vote is.
Yeah,
but if you can...
Bastion.
Taylor, your vote?
I'm surprised at where this is ultimately going to end up, because I don't feel like, because if Saints Row is a GTA clone, then I feel like it's the best GTA clone ever to be made, and I feel like it still has so much of its own identity that makes it so much fresher and in so many ways better, especially with its mini games. You can commit insurance fraud. Saints Row the Third.
So you voted for Saints Row the Third. And for me, it was really a matter of, can you guys convince me that Bastion was better, that Bastion in some world could be better than Saints Row the Third. You did not succeed. I'm voting Saints Row the Third.
Actually, can I just mention, I don't think we ever said what kind of gameplay genre Bastion was.
I don't know what the word for it is.
It was more of the concept of Bastion that you described to me.
It's an action game.
Mick,
that doesn't help, though.
An action shooter, kind of.
No, it's not a shooter.
Not really a shooter.
Yeah, so like I said, both of these games are on, like, they were both on my entry list. But I have to say, as much as I love... What?
So you can punch people in the nuts in Saints Row Third?
Yeah.
Motor scooters that fly through the sky.
Yeah. I love Saints Row... I like Saints Row the Third. I have fonder memories of Bastion.
Yeah.
So you will vote for Bastion?
Yes.
All right, Bastion takes it.
More Saints Row.
Now, at the 4 mark, not only is the next round Terraria versus Skyrim. 8 minutes on the clock. Ready, set, go. I think like
Christian
to start.
should start.
Oh, thank you. Oh, wait, why did I pull that up?
No, I think because we know where this is going to go.
Well,
Quickly before we start, I was about to say, I thought, Christian, the minute you said start, the screen was going to go black and you'd wake up and be like, you're finally awake.
You're finally awake.
There was one time where I booted up Terraria and it changed the language without telling me. So all of my menu options were in Chinese. Mandarin probably, actually. So I tried to do literally anything and I couldn't because I didn't understand what the fuck I was doing. But other than that, I think me and Graham actually probably have the most to say about Terraria in its defense, which it probably needs because it's going up against Skyrim.
I don't know about that because I was the one that put Skyrim on.
Oh,
Graham, you gotta help me out here, please.
Look, Terraria is like fun and all. Like it's really.
He doesn't like it. You can't even say the name.
Woof, that doesn't sound good for Terraria.
Is it Terraria or Terraria?
Terraria.
Okay.
Are you positive?
I don't care if I'm positive. It's what's right is what's right to me.
Yeah, everyone pronounces it differently, and that's the right way of doing it.
That's it. I'm saying it is Terraria from now on.
Terraria. So, I guess it's up to me then. I guess it's up to me. I'll defend Terraria for a little bit, if that's okay with you guys, and then you guys can talk about Skyrim. So, Terraria is basically, it's not 2D Minecraft. It is a game where you can go around and build things if you want, and also dig holes. But there is actual progression in the game. There's more than like 30 boss fights you can fight in the game. All sorts of different... You can build a rope that goes from the top of the surface all the way down to literal hell, which is an area in Terraria, and fight the wall of flesh on a giant wooden road where you throw bombs at it. And
you sure that wasn't just a bad trip you had?
This is the best. Terraria is the best bad trip I've ever had in my life. And he's gonna speak Mandarin the rest of the fucking. So Terraria is not 2D Minecraft. In fact, actually, I did not build much at all when I played Terraria for my first time. There is a literal progression. You fight like these. I'm not gonna go into the later bosses because that's spoilers, but you fight like all sorts of crazy, insane things. Waves of hordes of enemies. Random events can just occur throughout the day, and like you can invite people to stay in your houses. You make these little rooms, and everyone gives you benefits. There's wandering travelers. You can start a family. You can start a family of like villagers in your house because they'll move in. They'll move in, and you can put your house in hell, and they'll move in because it technically can.
I have a house in hell. I'm from Jersey.
I literally put a house right above hell at one point, and a guy moved in, and he was the only guy there in the middle of this
how's it going?
Scenic underground area.
So,
but-
Christian,
Okay.
you haven't played Skyrim, which I understand.
Yes.
But just so you know, not all of what you said is relevant to this, but like about 80% of the things you said you could do in Terraria, in some capacity, you can do in Skyrim.
Now it's a matter of which one does it better, and Terraria focuses on these things much more, thus possibly making it better. We don't know exactly.
Well, you're right. It's not the focal point of Skyrim, but that's just it. Skyrim still has so very much to offer that that I can get out of it. That I already know that even though I could have a potentially good time with Terraria, I don't think I could enjoy more than Skyrim
If I can give
because of
one
what
last,
Skyrim offers for me.
if I can give one last buff to Terraria, it's that I don't think there is a more relaxing thing in this universe since the time I played Starbound than going into a cave and just digging and exploring and hearing the ambient music and seeing the backgrounds and the enemies and there's not even that many enemies. There's just a lot of treasure chests.
Short
and
of
a lot
digging,
of-
you can do that in Skyrim.
I mean, you can do it in Skyrim, but is it as relaxing and is it as peaceful and zen-like as it is?
Well, you don't also.
Christian, like, I want to remind you that I once had an idea for like a podcast where it's just like two people talking while like one is playing Skyrim, like modded.
I'm trying my best here, guys.
I have played Terraria. I find Terraria one of the most stressful gaming experiences of my
Well, it
life.
depends on what you're doing in Terraria. If you're fighting the bosses, of course it's.
I'm not. I never fought a boss in Terraria, and I still found it immensely stressful.
Did you play on the difficulty that made it so you only drop money when you die?
No, I played it. No,
you played
I don't.
hardcore.
No, I didn't. I don't even remember what I played on. Okay.
If any of you want to see any gameplay of Terraria, there's a really great YouTuber out there called Reverb23.
That's
Oh,
my
yeah?
piece on Terraria. Rest of
Oh,
this
I'm
time
gonna
is for Skyrim.
I'm gonna plug that guy religiously
Mm-hmm.
because I believe in him that much.
He's got a great summary of why Superman is great.
Listen,
Awesome,
Christian,
sorry.
Awesome, perhaps.
I should also say I haven't played Terraria, but I've seen other people play it, and every time I look at Terraria, it seems overwhelming. It seems like it's something that you need to put a lot of work into figuring out.
No, I can say it doesn't do that.
Yeah, it takes. You get used to things very fast. I beat the main game in about like 35 hours. So.
Oh, just a measly 35 hours.
Well, compared to like RPGs, which you all like to play, RPGs
Which
like
Taylor likes to play. I'm pretty sure everybody here
150
hates them.
It depends. Is Dark Souls an RPG? If so, yes, I love to play RPGs. Anyway, yeah. And
Turn-based only.
Can I just say, probably the most I've ever seen of Terraria is a playthrough of it by Jerma and his friend Star.
Yes.
And
yes.
Jerma is not having a good time. He is having my experience of the game.
That's because they dropped him into the game at like end game level and didn't explain anything that was happening to him when you play.
I know,
yourself.
but can I say, when I first started to play the game, that was my experience as well.
Were you playing with someone?
No, I played alone, and I still felt lost, and I'm like, no, this isn't for me.
All right, I see what you mean.
I will say, like, if we do want to have like the gang get all Terrarias together, we can do that.
I would love that. That would be great. I don't love it
With
more
the
than
Terrarium.
Minecraft, but I love Terraria. I think Terraria is fucking amazing, and I understand
know
where
what's
you're all
going
at. In fact, honestly, I don't even think we need to run the time unless anyone else has really anything else to say.
I mean, I'm saving a lot of my Skyrim thoughts for later because I feel like I'll have another opportunity. But
Yeah.
when it comes to comparing the two, Skyrim just I think offers me more to do, and I think it would reward me more for what I'm doing, and it's just I think the game loop of Skyrim appeals to me more.
Okay.
I'll say this: if Skyrim wasn't such a great game, then why do you think Todd Howard has tried to really re-release it so many fucking times?
That's the main thing I had to say in defense when if it ever comes up. There's a reason they keep releasing it, and the reason people keep buying it.
Well, to be fair, Skyrim is a first-party game that has the money to re-release itself over and over again, and Terraria is an indie game.
Actually, sorry, Clanky, did you have any thoughts before we go to vote?
Yeah, Clanky, you've been very quiet.
I will say my thoughts during voting because I don't have a lot to say.
Okay, so the new voting order is going to go. We're going to go Mick, Clanky, Graham, Taylor, me. So, Mick, you're going to be the first vote. I thought this would be easy.
What? Oh, it is easy. No, it's Skyrim. But I was figuring out whether I wanted to give my vote in Mandarin or not.
That's a joke.
That's so funny. Oh my god!
I'm sorry.
It's me laughing.
I'm actually sorry I rushed you. Then I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. Clanky, your vote.
So, real quick, I just want to tell this story, and then I will never talk about these two games ever again. As a child, at the same age, I thought Terraria was a Minecraft clone, even though I know it's not. But I thought Terraria was a Minecraft clone, and Skyrim, I was so hyped to play that game that I bought it from a friend for $30, and I didn't even own a PS3, which is the console he gave it to me for.
I did that for The Last of Us.
I feel like because of that, I have to vote Skyrim.
By the way, can I quickly redeem myself?
Yeah.
I respect the commitment to the bit.
Yeah. Graham, your votes.
I used to be a giant floating eyeball, then I took an air to the knee. Skyrim.
I knew you'd do
Taylor,
one of these
your
days.
votes for posterity.
I just really like Skyrim, man, and I'll talk more about it later.
Great game.
Give it to Skyrim.
And I'm gonna be the one person voting
Of
for
course.
Terraria because I want to give it some love.
Oh, Christian, Terraria maybe didn't win, but maybe Terraria will.
Then we'll go to Terraria. How about
I think Terraria has a very good shot of winning later on.
Every time Terraria loses,
Mexican food.
we just take a letter away.
Yeah.
And
All right.
I can't wait to just call it.
May I just say, before we do this next round, I just want to say this earlier, and Jordan, I apologize if I'm speaking on your behalf too much. Jordan, you're in the middle of playing Portal 2, right?
I have not completed the game yet.
Yeah.
But
Okay, so no spoilers for
I know
Portal 2.
enough of the culture around the game and of
Yeah,
what it
but
ends up being in
I
cave
want
and
Jordan to have
glass
a-
and things like that.
We
I
won't
still
talk
want
about
to
the
have-
last bits.
Yeah, I just wanted to have the most authentic experience, so we can try to do this without end game spoilers.
So,
Okay.
Portal 2
And also
versus
not Portal.
Portal 2 versus Mortal Kombat. 3, 2, 1, go. Can
I
Portal 2
start?
rocks.
Clanky starts.
No, you want to start, Christian? Go ahead.
No, I started last time. You start this time.
Okay. All I'm gonna say is I'm pretty sure these are both my games, or at the very least, I'm pretty sure Mortal Kombat was picked by right. So
Mortal
we're both-
Kombat is yours.
Okay, so I'm pretty sure Portal 2 is mine as well. I will say Portal 2
It was on
is
a lot
one
of
of yeah, not that that matters or anything, but Portal 2 is probably one of my favorite games ever.
Yeah.
And it kind of goes back to and I'm not going to spoil anything, but it goes back to what I said about Civ 5 last time, in the sense that when you play it multiplayer and you play it single player, they are two different games with two very great experiences. So, well, I guess I say different games. I don't mean like super different, but they're offering you different experiences, which I respect a lot as someone who likes playing games with friends, as I'm sure we all do. But Portal 2 kind of suffers. Portal 2 suffers from the fact that it has a lot of that XD, so random lol humor from like the late 2000s, early 2010s.
You're saying that Portal 2 suffers for its humor?
No. You're not letting me finish. So
No, I missed the start of it.
yeah, so I guess suffers is the bad word, is a bad word to describe it. Portal and Portal 2 both have this thing where they have the lull, so random humor of the late 2000s, early 2010s, but somehow they're still funny. Somehow they're still entertaining, and despite the fact that a lot of that humor died in that era, I still find Portal and Portal 2 very entertaining, very funny, and overall great puzzle games. And that's all I have to say about Portal 2.
If
I just
can go
need to
next-
disagree on one thing. I don't think Portal 2 is like a product, like its comedy is a product of its era. I think Portal 2's humor is very much its own thing.
Yeah,
I disagree there, but I still think that Portal 2's humor is very good.
there are some instances where I think I see where you're going with Clanky, particularly with some of the asides by Cave Johnson. But for the most part, I don't really get that vibe.
I think Portal 2 suffered a lot from what the same phenomenon that something like Undertale suffered from, where it has a lot of
Overplay?
this really solid humor that is then shall we say ruined by its fan base, depending on if you let it ruin it for you, which I think is very easy to do sometimes. Obviously,
Just
sometimes
stay
fan
off
bases
Reddit.
can be the worst. But I would like to come in defense of Mortal Kombat
What a
and
big
say
chungus moment.
I'd like to come in defense of Mortal Kombat and say that it might, as of this moment, be my favorite non-Smash fighting game.
Really?
I'm playing BlazBlue Cross Tag Battle right now, and it's a lot of fun, but I haven't played enough of it yet to really make a judgment call on it. And this is Mortal Kombat 9, it was my favorite fucking thing for a while. It was being able to play as Noob Saibot and Ermac and find out the story behind all the lore. I loved the factions that all the characters were from, and all of the different species and creatures, and like there was like they had a crypt where you can buy like bios and different costumes. There was so much content, extra DLC characters, the fatalities themselves. There was like 4 of them for each character, and it was like, this game is just jam-packed. It's just packed to the brim. It is one of the most definitive Mortal Kombat experiences, even taking into account the later Mortal Kombat 10 and Mortal Kombat 11. It is one of the most definitive Mortal Kombat experiences you can ever have, and it retells the story from the first 2 Mortal Kombat games, and that is really, really cool.
I don't mean to like pry too much, and I know I just spoke, but I just want to say one thing. What do you think of the story of Mortal Kombat, like the campaign mode?
I love it. The AI can be a little bit, what's the word? Bullshit. But the story itself is amazing. It's story, so cheesy. It's so
I hear
cheesy and silly.
I hear mixed things.
The story is fine, whatever. It's like it's a fucking fighting game story. Like,
Yeah,
whatever.
you're there for the story anyway.
But then at the end of the day, to give you guys context, I remember when the game not first came out, but when it was still like recent in people's minds. I tried playing the story, and I got so fucking mad at one of the Sonya Blade levels that I threw my Xbox controller on the ground. And to this day, it still makes a rattle noise when you shake it.
The game is hard. It's a very hard game. I got very frustrated playing this game. Like I would get so goddamn mad playing this fucking stupid ass video game. But the story is so silly, so cheesy, it's so goddamn ridiculous that it works, and I love it. Anyway,
But is it better than Portal 2 story?
No. Other people should talk now.
First of all, I just want to say, I've never played Mortal Kombat, but Vinny once sat me down and tried to explain Mortal Kombat to me.
Exactly.
Oh no.
Explain it.
And
Yes.
let me just say, when someone tries to explain Mortal Kombat to you without visual aids, it becomes very boring.
I'm 100% sure that that's true.
I love Mortal Kombat lore. I don't know about you guys.
I'm gonna try not to fight against my Mortal Kombat into Portal 2 because I think I'm very biased here because I've discovered recently that I kind of don't like fighting games.
That doesn't surprise me.
I just realized that like fighting games are like, not only am I not good at them, but I think they demand a lot of your attention to really be good at them.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
When I'm trying to complete lots of games because I want to be able to beat as many good games as I possibly can over my life, being forced to stick to one and it can be at times, it's just I don't know. Like Mortal Kombat as a fighting game franchise is always one I've had more respect for than say something like Street Fighter, Dead or Alive, Tekken. I've always thought Mortal Kombat was the coolest with its fatalities and style, but simultaneously, it's just probably not for me. And Portal 2 is, I think, the actual peak of its genre. So,
What do you say is Portal 2's genre? Do you
first
consider
person puzzle?
Yeah,
first
puzzle
person puzzle? All right. I mean, there's not much contest there, but
Tell us
I also
the witness.
fair enough. But I do agree with you in the sense of Mortal Kombat, and like this is coming from someone who likes Mortal Kombat, like 9. I thought that's one of the games that like really made me want to get into the fighting scene, like the fighting game scene, you know. But at the end of the day, I still think Portal 2 it gives the better experience.
And you feel so good for all of your accomplishments. And you guys are sitting here talking about how frustrated Mortal Kombat makes you.
Look,
Can I say
Yeah,
there's
let's let
something
Mick talk, yeah.
I want to just put some 2 cents into maybe detract something from Portal 2. I think that Portal 2's biggest problem is that it's in the incredibly unfortunate position of having to be compared to Portal 1.
Do you think that Portal 1 is
2 is
better?
better than Portal 1?
Because
Full
Portal
stop.
2 is way better than Portal 1.
It is.
So I agree, but I also have to say that Portal 1's brevity is actually one of the things that I think
I agree with that.
is one of its best qualities, and the fact that Portal 2 is significantly longer than that.
But like
both.
not by much.
Not.
It's like twice as long, maybe a little longer, 2.5 times
And
longer.
that's like comparing like a 4-hour game to an 8-hour game. Like it's
Exactly.
not that big of a jump.
Like I replayed it recently. Portal 1 took me 1 day. Portal 2 took me 2 days.
Yeah, like I get where you're coming from in the sense of Portal's a much easier, like Portal 1 is a much easier game to like pick up and play and everything. But at the end of the day, Portal 2 tells a story. And
No.
Portal...
I am a listen. This bracket come up is Portal 2 versus Mortal Kombat. I was always going to choose Portal 2. All right, I'm never not going to vote for Portal 2. Okay,
Fair enough.
It's hard for me to think of even there's like Mortal Kombat's going to lose to Portal 2 every single time, and I'm sorry about that, but that's the case.
It's
now,
true.
I'm doing my best to play. Devil's Advocate in like the most classic way possible, as you know, because I mean,
fun.
Yeah.
Well, can I say someone left in frustration.
Wait, someone left the Discord call?
Graham.
Yeah,
I was
Graham
just about to ask Graham if he had anything to say.
Well, Graham's dead, baby. Graham's dead.
I will say, Mick, I think because Portal 2 is a longer game, it gives itself more chance to have more gameplay elements, because you take the 4 hours of Portal that you spend with the portal gun, and you get all of that in Portal 2. But then for the second half of the game adds so many more additional elements that I think work so well with the gel.
I 100% agree. Listen, I'm trying. I'm just trying. You don't need to convince me.
Oh, I have gotten a text back. Hold up.
He says, "Fuck off."
Wi-Fi
He said, "Hi,
issues.
my name is Graham."
Let me
What
ask
did he
you if
say?
you can-
He says,
Wi-Fi
how
issues.
does Darude Sandstorm go?
What did he say, George?
He said Wi-Fi issues. I'm going to say, think you can join from phone?
Well, since the phone has to also connect to Wi-Fi, I would not think so.
Well,
3G.
he could use 5G or
Or
3G.
4G. Yeah, I always say 3G when I forget that there are 2 more Gs.
Well, look,
Yeah, I just recently
thinking about who
got
we're talking about this, you always have to add another G, because Graham himself is a G.
Yeah, exactly. You're right.
He's a GG, a good Graham.
I don't think he's that good, though.
He's an all right Graham.
I mean, I'd say he's the best
He's an
Graham I
okay
ever
Graham.
met. He's the best.
Okay, Graham, from the makers of OK Go.
Graham, can you hear us?
No.
How's your G's? How's your 3G, your 4G, or your 5G?
Not good, apparently.
No.
He said a word.
Oh, sorry, I was on push to talk. I think my computer might be back up.
Oh, so Graham, did you have anything you wanted to add about Portal 2 and Mortal Kombat?
Okay. So what I wanted to say about like Portal 2, Mortal Kombat, like I never really like played Mortal Kombat 9; it just kind of existed. So I have to like judge it. Jace, it kind of like blended in the background of like other Mortal Kombats for me. It's like, yeah, it's the one that like came back, but it's not the fighting game that caused the fighting game resurgence. That was Street Fighter 4.
Yeah, it's true.
Is that true? Okay.
Yeah. The only reason Mortal Kombat 9 came out was because of Street Fighter 4. Versus, you have Portal 2, which gives us J.K. Simmons' best performance of his entire career.
It's so almost true.
Is that really what you think?
Almost
Yes.
true.
It is almost true.
Cave Goddamn Johnson.
It's
gosh.
I think if we have... Oh, sorry.
Yeah, and plus, like, it's just such a unique game that I can't really give it anything other than Portal 2.
All right.
I don't know if we're voting, but...
We are going to vote right now, actually. So...
Yeah, to be fair, this is the longest bracket so far.
Yeah. Mick, your vote.
Portal 2.
Clanky, your vote.
Portal 2.
Then it would go, I believe, Graham, your vote.
Portal 2.
Okay.
Taylor, your vote for posterity.
Port 2.
And I'm going to vote Portal 2.
Oh my
so
God.
We had another wipeout.
This is like, remember last bracket where we had 0 wipeouts, and now in the first fucking part of this, we have 3?
To be fair, I think, like, when we get through this round 1, everything is going to become immensely harder.
Yeah.
That's true.
So,
Which is kind of the difference between this round and this bracket and last times.
Yeah, like, anything against Minecraft. If Minecraft didn't go against anything but, like, Skyrim, it would have been a tricky one. Anyway, Dark Souls versus Yu-Gi-Oh! 5D World Championship 2011 Over the Nexus.
I wonder what
Ready, set, good luck, Graham.
Okay, no. This is not going anywhere. I did not put this here to win or do anything.
Okay, this will be a quick round then.
I put this here A, to bring awareness, and B, for the other reason is it takes me a long time to replay games after I finish them. Usually the shortest time in between is usually like around a year. There's like I might break that with like Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous because it's been less than a year, but like I want to play it on my new computer, so I might play that sometime too. But at the same time, so it's been like 8 months. There's one exception though, and that's Yu-Gi-Oh! 5D's World Championship 2011 Over the Nexus. I play that like 3 or 4 times a year. It is my go-to comfort game where I'm like, I don't really know what to play. Fuck, I'll just play Yu-Gi-Oh! 5D's World Championship 2011 Over the Nexus again.
I'm so happy you're saying the full title every single time you bring it
Can
up.
I just say, this more than anything is a certified Graham moment.
The thing
Right,
is,
I need you to add based on the novel Push by Sapphire.
No, because I'm saying the full title because that's what it released as.
the thing is, I kind of get it. I kind of get having like your comfort food game because there was a time in my life when I basically spent an entire year in high school just playing Donkey Kong Kingdom Swing.
No, we all have a comfort game. For me, it's
What a
Hitman.
comfort game to have.
Okay, but to let me finish. So not only is this like my comfort game, the reason it is also I didn't put like any other like 2010 I could have put for last year, but I didn't deserve it. The way these games are set up, they follow each. There's one game for each of the 3 main arcs of Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds. Basically, they're a retelling of those events, but with your own self-insert Yu-Gi-Oh! Protagonist. However, the third game is unique in that it at least tries to tell a somewhat unique story. Like there are characters that are like integral to the plot that are in the game but not in the show. Like it's only like really a third of the game before it starts going back in there. But the fact that it like tried, like they didn't have to, but they put in the effort, they put in the time to Yu-Gi-Oh! 5D's World Championship. That's Over the Nexus. It also is the only game without, it doesn't have a bullshit fucking stealth mechanic at one point in the game. There are stealth missions in the previous 2 games.
Hold on. What? I guess, like, I'm sorry, Graham. I assumed that this was just like playing the Yu-Gi-Oh! Card game.
No.
This game?
So,
This is like a third-person adventure.
It's like you move around like a world, like you customize your like character. It's DS graphics.
It's like Sonic Rush Adventure.
Got it.
My favorite thing to do is just I load up the game, put on the cheat codes, get all the cards, make whatever deck I want. Like I can just play it over and over again as I have. But again, like I said, I mentioned before, there's also racing because you have to like do races with your dual runner, which that is also like there's less bullshit stuff that happens in this than in previous games. Story advances like a visual novel. Like there are secrets you can find. You
can play Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah, you can play Yu-Gi-Oh!
I'm sorry. I'm just sitting here. I'm just like thinking like we're almost 3 minutes left and we haven't even talked about Dark Souls yet.
We don't need to. We're just humoring him. We're just humoring him.
Yeah, I just really think we have to let Graham talk about Yu-Gi-Oh!
So Graham, you've got 3 minutes left.
No,
you got 3 minutes left. Let's talk about Yu-Gi-Oh!
Let's vote now, just because I feel like we can make up for lost time on this and whatever this faces the losers bracket.
I'm sorry, it was just so funny to me. It was so funny.
Graham, let me just say this. I gave up hope on WarioWare DIY, and you saw how far that got. So you never know is what my point is.
So, first vote is going to be...
Wait. We have, but he's right. We haven't talked about Dark Souls.
We don't need to.
We don't need to. It doesn't matter.
We're gonna talk about Dark Souls a lot later on. I think we're okay.
Here's the thing. I haven't played either of these games, and I used to love the Yu-Gi-Oh video games.
Cool, then you can vote for Yu-Gi-Oh! Alright? It still doesn't matter!
Dude, I'm just saying, if you guys don't make a point, then you're going to make this difficult for me.
All right, we've got 2 minutes left. Who wants to say anything
Can I
about
make
Dark
one?
Souls?
Sorry. Can I make
Dark
one other
Souls
request?
is hard game, and you die.
Let me just say, I played Yu-Gi-Oh. I played Yu-Gi-Oh games up until Yu-Gi-Oh 5D's 2009, and then I never played a Yu-Gi-Oh game again. I don't know if that's saying something about what 5Ds did for me and the Yu-Gi-Oh franchise, but I will say, synchro summoning is when I began to lose my interest.
As if Yu-Gi-Oh 5Ds needed
it's a
another
great
kick in the
mechanic.
knees.
Well, no, I actually have probably played more Yu-Gi-Oh video games than anyone here. I do believe that. I played Tag Force 1, 2, 3. I've played Nightmare Troubadour. I played Spirit Caller. I played World Championship 2005, 6, 7, 8, and 9. I've played Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Academy on Game Boy Advance. I played Yu-Gi-Oh!
Dude,
Duelist
I had
of
no
Rosie.
idea there were this many
I've
Yu-Gi-Oh
played-
games.
I played Duelist Capsule Coliseum, which isn't even Yu-Gi-Oh! You play with capsules. I played Yu-Gi-Oh! Dungeon Dice Monsters, the Game Boy game based off the Duke Devlin episodes. I fucking played, what was the first one I played? It was a Game Boy Advance game called, like, Duelist of this. What was that game called?
It was Yu-Gi-Oh! -3 for the Commodore 64.
Yeah, my favorite.
The point is, I have probably collectively put over 1,000 hours into Yu-Gi-Oh! video games.
Good for you.
And
Can we vote?
Fuck.
I'm sorry. I love you. I'm sorry.
You know what? Fine.
We can
Do whatever you want. Because look, here's the thing. When it comes to Dark Souls, I have very mixed feelings because I'm trying to figure out if Dark Souls is something I would even want to play. And right now I'm actually asking myself, if I had to choose, would I play a game in a franchise that I've had fun with, or would I start a new franchise in Dark Souls? I don't know which one I'm voting for yet.
You'll have time to think about it.
Can I vote? Can I vote first?
Graham can vote first.
Yes.
For fun.
I'm voting for Dark Souls.
Oh my god, that's the biggest twist of the night!
Now Mick.
Notice it! He started out by saying, hey guys, just so you know, I'm going to be voting for Dark Souls. That being said, I will make my piece for Yu-Gi-Oh! 5D's World Championship 2011.
I really do think I just blocked that out of my memory, to be completely honest.
It's kind of like how I defended Mortal Kombat and then immediately voted for Portal 2.
Yeah, exactly.
But Mick, your vote.
Dark Souls.
Clanky, your vote.
It's gonna be Dark Souls.
Taylor, your vote.
Graham, how early in Yu-Gi-Oh! 5D's World Championship 2011 Over the Nexus, can you get elemental hero cards?
I know theoretically you can get them anytime because through the password machine. But also, if you're gonna play it like on an emulator, get all the cards. Just
Too much work. I vote for Dark Souls.
And I'm going to vote for Dark Souls. That gives us a total of 5-0.
You know what? Can I just say, if this was a few weeks ago, I might have given it to Yu-Gi-Oh! 5D's World Championship 2011 Over the Nexus. I watched some footage of Elden Ring recently, and I don't know why, but looking at the footage of Elden Ring kind of made me look at the Souls games a little differently. Maybe it's because Elden Ring looks like it flows better and doesn't look as slow and clunky as it sometimes looks.
The fact that there's a jump button really changes things.
Can I say one quick thing, Taylor? I was in the exact same boat as you. I thought that Dark Souls was boring and slow and clunky, and then I played it and I was like, "Holy shit, I love this game."
I don't know if I would think it was
dark
boring.
and slow and clunky.
I think for me, one of the things that's always held me back on Dark Souls is I know it's a game that is capable of punishing you for making the wrong decisions, making certain things locked out, and also being very cryptic in some places, and that all sounded very unappealing to me. I guess.
We'll
talk about this later.
We'll talk about that.
Quick thing: Elden Ring is probably the most beginner-friendly in the franchise.
It's the first Souls form that I've beaten.
I still don't know if I would ever. I would probably still start from the beginning, and again, this has gone from a probably never to a maybe at the end of my next backlog. So maybe
no worries.
Yeah.
Anyway,
we'll get to it. We'll get to it
for
sure.
Sorry.
For now,
all right.
Little Big Planet 2 versus Sonic Generations. Ready, set, go.
May I go first?
You can go first. Yes.
Okay. So I just I wanted I was a little surprised that nobody had any passing interest in putting Sonic Generations on any of their lists, because I'm pretty sure we have some Sonic fans here.
I'm a huge Sonic fan. Haven't played Generations.
Okay.
Same.
So it's important for me to just say before, because it's difficult to talk about Sonic unironically, because I actually was rather a very passionate Sonic fan that just at a certain point Sonic just became just a meme joke, and it's very difficult to differentiate what's a good Sonic game and when people actually like Sonic games. But Generations was so striking to me in how smooth it played on both levels that like it actually made me appreciate 2D Sonic so much more, because to me, I always preferred 3D boost formula Sonic to 2D. I always liked adventure games, and I had fun with Rush, but I always felt like 2D was so much more limiting. But the 2D levels in Generations still maintain their sense of speed and interesting level design, and then they incorporate additional gameplay features in the terms of their mission mode. There's a good sense of humor in the game, and also it is the game that finally cemented my love for all things Crush 40, because you can put any song in the game in any level, so you can play the levels with any song you want. So I just played with Crush 40 music infinitely, and it feels so good.
Yeah.
And that's my piece, because I've never played Little Big Planet 2. So go ahead, Christian.
If I may give my piece, I have things to say about Sonic Generations, but I'm going to hold my words on that for afterwards. But Little Big Planet 2, we talked a lot about WarioWare DIY last year, and I'm going to appeal to Clanky a lot with this statement. I like Little Big Planet 2 for the exact same reasons that I voted for WarioWare DIY on the last year's bracket. Because Little Big Planet 2 is, in its essence, a level creation tool, a game creation tool that just so happens to have a story mode attached to it. And that story
I am
mode,
a slut for those kind of games, though.
And that story mode is great. My first experience with Little Big Planet 2 was going over to someone's house and seeing them play Little Big Planet 2, and they had this four-legged spider monstrosity, like climbing up the walls and shooting laser beams at them, and it's like, what the fuck is this? You can actually make this? You have the ability to make that. You can make a giant four-legged boss that chases after you and shoots laser beams. And you can not only... The story mode not only goes to give you an interesting story as well as an incredibly fun gameplay mechanics, but shows you what you can make with the gameplay tools. Everything in Little Big Planet 2 is there to experiment with imagination. Its game creation tools are up there with Construct 3 and Game Maker for being some of the most in-depth game creation tools ever made in forgive me, Clanky, it's probably more advanced than WarioWare DIY.
Dude, a fucking toaster is more advanced than WarioWare DIY.
And that's what I'll say about Little Big Planet 2, and I'm open to questions about Little Big Planet 2, because it is one of the most charming. It has Nightwish music in it, so I could appeal to Mick a little bit, and Jordan apparently. It has the Go Team music in it. It has it has all sorts of stuff. And what I'll say about Sonic Generations, and this is gonna come off as a little volatile, is I have not played Sonic Generations, but judging from how I played other Boost Formula games, I do not think I would like half of Sonic Generations, because I do not like the Boost Formula. I think the Boost Formula plays the game itself. And that's what I'll say.
I don't agree, but understandable.
I didn't think this would be such a tough vote for me, to be honest. Not like I'm voting quite yet, but it's definitely interesting because Sonic Generations is the game that I've played out of these two. I haven't technically played Little Big Planet 2, but I did play Little Big Planet 1. And if Little Big Planet 2 is anything like Little Big Planet 1, which I'd assume that they are, they're both very solid platformers. I really loved Sonic Generations for giving me two different styles of platformers, while both of them are still unique and interesting enough for me to want to play them. I disagree with you, Christian, in the fact that the boost formula is bad.
Oh,
I don't
thank God.
I don't think it's bad. I think Taylor, exactly. I don't think the boost formula is bad. I think it's quite good. And I think it aids to Sonic's, modern adaptations very well.
Yes,
But
dude.
at the end of the day, I still love Little Big Planet for being just a solid 2D platformer with an amazing creation tool. So this is, I'm not, saying anything yet, but this is a very tough vote for me, and I didn't think this would be hard at all.
So Graham and Mick, do you have anything to add?
Go on.
I have not played Little Big Planet 2. I have played a bit of Little Big Planet 1, but only at a friend's house. And I also had Little Big Planet PSP, so there's that going for me.
Oh.
I'm going to give it to Sonic Generations, though, probably, because even though I haven't played it, I love Sonic.
Is there anything I can do to make you change your mind? Anything
Mick's
at
like,
all?
yeah, give me $100.
Listen.
Little Big Planet 2 is a game where you could make a game that is not as good
That
as Sonic
makes me
Generation.
give you $100.
Yeah,
But you can make a Sonic game in Little
No,
Big
you
Planet
can't. You
2.
can't make a Sonic game like Little Big Planet 2.
You can make something that is very close to it.
No, you can't.
Yes,
No,
you can.
you really can't. And I'm going to let Mick go, then Graham, and then I'd like to say it more.
Listen, all I'm gonna say is I love Sonic. I like Little Big Planet, but if it was Little Big Planet 1, maybe we could have had this argument.
Interesting that you prefer the first one.
I have a lot. I remember the first one better.
Oh well, that's fair. Yeah. Okay.
But I think at the end of the day, Sonic Generations is just a good game that it's a Sonic game that remembers itself, and there's not a lot of other big game franchises that do that. You think Mario can remember what happened in the last game? No,
of course
not a chance.
He does a lot of coke in between games.
That's so funny.
All right, Taylor, you had one last thing to add.
Listen, in 2022, we have game creation games. We have building games like Mario Maker, and we have the tools to build things in things like Minecraft and even Terraria. And when I was constructing my newest backlog, I was looking at things that I would want to put into it. And Little Big Planet was a top contender for getting into the backlog. And I ultimately didn't put it in. And I often try to think about why I didn't care enough to want to play Little Big Planet right now. Not to say that I would never play Little Big Planet, but to me, whenever I look at Little Big Planet, there's this clunkiness to it that I've never been able to look past. There's this almost like cookie cutter design that always makes it look rather pasted together, that you can create interesting things, but in such a, and this may be to the game's charming benefit, almost childish in a way. And when I think about how much raw platforming fun I'll be able to have, I always feel like Little Big Planet may let me down in comparison to other platformers or other games where you can make platforming based levels. Not to say that I would not have fun. I know there's a bit of a there are some in-game collectibles that are fun, and I know that I've seen people make ambitious things. I played a little bit of Little Big Planet on PSP, but that also brings me to the other thing. I'm never going to build my own levels because I don't care. I'm going to play what the game has on offer. And if a game creation tool, the core levels are more fun in another game maker thing, then I would probably sooner play that.
And I will leave my final thoughts at this. I think that Little Big Planet 2, you might not care, but someone who has never made a game before, might care. And I think that...
I should say, Christian, I've made a whole series of levels in Little Big Planet PSP. So
exactly. The Little Big Planet games, maybe it's I've used the... I'm an experienced game dev. I don't use Little Big Planet anymore. But when I first played Little Big Planet, it was my introduction to game development. And
I'm an experienced game dev. I play Little Big Planet 3.
Exactly, it's the big boys up here. But that's all I'll say. I think it can be. I think that's what's so meaningful about Little Big Planet, is that it is the entryway the gateway for someone, and that someone, it changes their life, honestly, and that's what I'll leave it at. Now we're going to vote. Mick, who do you vote for?
Sonic.
Clanky?
One quick thing I have to say. Little Big Planet 2, much like Little Big Planet, I'm assuming, is an incredible game with a lot of charm. But Mick convinced me with Sonic Generations when he said Sonic remembered what happened in the last game. That's something that I don't think I really appreciated as much as I realized until Mick said it with his own human mouth. So I have to pick Sonic Generations. I have to pick it.
All right, Graham?
I said.
Just making sure. And Taylor?
Sonic Generations is my favorite Sonic game.
That's based.
That's spicy. And I'll give Little Big Planet 2 the vote because obviously I'm going to do that. Let's hope it does well in the losers bracket.
Okay. We probably won't get to the losers bracket till tomorrow at this fucking rate.
We are the more times you say we're going slow, the slower we're gonna go.
Well,
how slow can you go? Can you go down slow? All the way to the
and
front?
we're gonna just speed through some of these and take some time to talk about any of your final thoughts for these. So, Deus Ex Human Revolution.
This first round is gonna be blood.
Deus Ex Human Revolution versus The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. I could go either way on this, honestly. But
I could too.
Also, the voting order changed, by the way. But we'll get into that later.
All right. Look, I will concede that I imagine there is probably a more ambitious game in Deus Ex, but I think that the core foundation of Skyward Sword still works so well and is so immersively fun for me that, and ultimately, I haven't played Deus Ex, but I already know that I like the story of Skyward Sword better. I just, Girahim, man, I fucking love Girahim.
Mick, thoughts on anything?
I mean, let me put it this way. Human Revolution is a great game. Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword is a fine game in a great franchise.
It's your opinion.
What?
It's your opinion.
No,
and that's what it's all about.
No. I don't even think it's a fine game. I'm trying to be, like, that was me being as charitable as I could.
Mick, you stop it.
Oh, God. It's going to get spicy.
Listen, I was trying...
No, because whenever Mick is wanting to vouch for his own point, he's like, all right, so this is actually terrible, and I actually hate it, and I'm not ever convinced that you ever hold something in as much contempt as you'll make it out to be. You just want to win.
Sorry, I'm doing some soul searching now that you said that. I'm not really sure how to react.
We just fucking unlocked a fucking emotional lock.
Well, because he did that last time. He's like, I hate Mario Galaxy 2. And, like, I had been talking about Mario Galaxy 2 with him for years, and he had never used the word hate.
Well, that's because sometimes I think the yearlies spike our emotions sometimes because...
You think?
I think it can be fun to get spicy. You know, I've been mean to games in the yearlies because I think it's fun. But I think sometimes the yearlies can spike our emotions. And we can be more desperate to defend our favorite games.
Yeah. But anyway, point being, like, Taylor, I'm not expecting you to vote for Deus Ex. Like, you probably shouldn't because you haven't played the game. I'm not really even going to try to convince you on this.
I think it's the others that you probably want to play towards.
What? Yeah, no. That's why
I can be swayed.
Yeah. So, like, Christian, Deus Ex, in many ways, is also a linear game. Like, it's not a sandbox, it's not wide open, you know, you do missions in order. But those individual missions have so many different ways to approach them. The game has a lot of replay value, and I remember staying up until, like, 4 o'clock in the morning my freshman year of college.
Oh, yeah.
Just, like, playing through the levels again and again and again. Just doing them in different ways. Like, finding new vents to crawl through.
Classic activities.
Your character is a cyborg, and so you can, as the game goes on, unlock new, augmentations to his body, and one of them is just this long fucking, like, just metal, like, it's not, I don't know what to call it. It's not a sword. It's not like a mace or something. It's just a long spike of metal. and it just shoots out from his arm. And there's this attack you do where you can just attack someone from behind a concrete wall by just punching through it and stabbing them.
Okay.
And it is considered a, and I quote, stealth kill.
Do the Skyward Sword defenders have anything else to say?
Let me say some more in that case.
This will be the last we do before voting.
So first of all, have you ever played a Zelda game and you get like 1 billion rupees and you fill up your wallet and you have absolutely nothing to spend them on because there's like 3 things you can buy in every Zelda game? Well, good news. In Skyward Sword, there's like a full-on crafting system that constantly requires you to invest your rupees to make your items and gear better. And it actually makes rupees and everything you do that much more valuable. On top of that, the side quests in Skyward Sword are really, really fucking charming. There's this one where you can give a letter to a girl that a guy likes, or you can give it to a ghost hand in a bathroom who needs some toilet paper and have her stalk him eternally.
Isn't that Majora's Mask?
It's also Skyward Sword. There's,
okay, I believe you.
There's a weak-spirited kid who's trying to get stronger. You give him steroids, and he pumps and he throws pumpkins at you. You can cut bamboo. You can break chandeliers, and Girahim is in it.
The main character in Deus Ex: Human Revolution, Adam Jensen, has sunglasses implanted into his skull that he can retract on command.
And that's where we will start the voting. The new voting order starts with me and ends with Taylor. So, I will put my first vote in, and I'm going to vote for Deus Ex. Next is Mick.
Deus Ex.
Then I believe it's Clanky.
Okay. Really quick, I will say, I know I was kind of talking shit about Skyward Sword before, but Mick, I am sorry, you've really, if I'm being honest, done nothing to convince me to play Deus Ex.
Okay.
So, I do have to choose Skyward Sword. I agree with Taylor in the sense of the story is so good and the characters are so interesting and charming that it almost makes it worth it playing through the shitty controls.
So Grant,
which again, the Switch version fixes.
Adam Jensen once replied to me on Twitter, so I'm voting for Deus Ex.
And Taylor, your vote is for
funny.
Now that's it. Can I just say, that is another certified Graham moment.
Oh, Graham, Taylor... I want to kill you right now, Graham. I really
I played Deus Ex. I haven't played Skyward Sword. I'm sorry.
But you've been in my corner for my appreciation. I remember, Graham, when Aaron was playing Skyward Sword, you're like, oh, listen to all the shit he's talking Girahim. I'm like, I know, Graham, right?
I'm going to assume he voted for Skyward Sword.
Skyward Sword, don't
Taylor,
lose in the first round.
Listen, Taylor, I get your pain. I really do.
Yeah, it's a painful thing to happen, but
I guess there wasn't a whole lot more I can say.
There's going to be more pain, because this next one is actually a roughie, at least for me.
No, it's not!
I consider this a roughie for
Then
me.
you go first, Christian.
Well, I don't know, actually, because I like okay. But I like Mario. But Mario Kart 7, at the end of the day, it's just worse. Mario Kart 8 and Mario Kart 8 is one of my favorite games
Christian,
ever
here's
made.
what I have to say. The arcade Mario Karts have better course design than Mario Kart 7. Are you really going to vote for the worst Mario Kart?
Do you really believe that?
Do I really believe that?
No, listen. Do you really hate the Mario Kart 7? Listen, I will say, I hate Neo Bowser City in Mario Kart 7. Distinctly remember hating that course. But I remember feeling that while the courses in Mario Kart 7 were not as good at Mario Kart Wii, they were at a level of quality that I had come to expect from the franchise at that point.
No, literally, am I allowed to, is this legal? Am I allowed to look up the courses to remember what's in the game?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the same.
I'm gonna go through it. All right. That course sucks. That course sucks. That course sucks.
I don't think
Woohoo
you looked
Island
them up.
sucks.
I don't
Mario
think
Kart, Mario Circuit sucks. Music Park is good.
I don't
Alpine
think he looked them up. I think he just
Dude,
started
Rock
saying.
Rock Mountain. If you're gonna defend Rock Mountain, I don't know what to tell you.
This is.
What did I do?
You're
Note to self: research 2012 games better.
This is great, Jordan.
Listen.
You've done an amazing thing.
Christian is right in the sense of Mario Kart is still Mario Kart, and Mario Kart is good.
That's
right.
what
But it must be shit on apparently.
I love Mario Kart. I live and breathe Mario Kart. Don't get me
Good.
wrong.
Then don't shit on it.
Mario Kart 7 was so It was just so disappointing to me. I don't know what else to say.
DK Jungle was a great one.
You know what, Taylor? You're so right. DK Jungle is an amazing course too, and I did sleep on that one.
Piranha Plant Slide.
Yeah.
All right, whatever, Clanky. It's fine. Listen,
it's okay because I'm gonna start the vote.
Hey, Christian, how about you pass?
I think
I think you might be able to not have to make a decision.
No, I know what to vote for. I'm voting for Mario Kart 7.
Yeah.
Really?
What?
I'm doing it. I like it slightly more than Saints Row the Third. I made it through, but I never went back to Saints Row of my own volition. I only played through to play through the story, and then I was done. Mario Kart 7 I played of my own volition for a long time, and as disappointing as it may seem sometimes, I put so many hours into Mario Kart 7 that it's almost impossible for me to rationalize that it shouldn't be my vote here.
Okay.
So, yeah. There we go. Next is Mick.
Saints Row the Third.
Then it's Clanky.
In a twist of fate, I'm still picking Mario Kart.
It might win.
What is this madness?
Graham, your
I
vote?
can explain if you want me to, but I honestly prefer not to.
Graham, your vote?
For the essence of time.
choose your words very carefully here.
I'm torn because like I don't really. Fuck no, I have to go Mario Kart. The reason why
Wow.
It actually didn't.
Wow.
We haven't talked about Saints Row the Third at all, and now it's done.
All right, Taylor, your vote.
Well, I'm just gonna fucking spew Saints Row the Third. All right, let's talk about the upgrade system. You get your own crib. You can
Upgrade.
It is
upgrade things with
10:30.
customized feature. You can fucking change the
Taylor.
checkpoints.
Christian,
Look at all
submit
these
your vote.
mini
Call it a
games.
day.
Oh, the
All
story.
right, so he votes for
no.
Saint Row the Third. No one
Abort.
has any objections, right?
Oh my god.
No one has any objections.
I was gonna be nice about Mario Kart 7. Like, hey, you gave it a good try, Mario Kart 7, and then it fucking won.
It won. Can
And
you
now
How do we always have the shitty Nintendo portable game that makes it past the
It's
losers
not
bracket?
shitty, but now that it lost to Saints Row the Third, I hate it.
So that's what
That's how I felt about it.
That's
That's how I felt about WarioWare.
Yeah, that's how we felt about WarioWare last time.
Anyway, the next bracket.
So we got Terraria versus Mortal Kombat. Please, come on, guys, come on.
Hey George, you want my vote? Because I honestly can't. I don't care.
Mick, in Terraria, there's like over 100 swords. There's over like 50 different people you can invite
No,
to your place.
Christian, you don't understand. Nothing you can say will make me care about either of these. It's not that I dislike them. I just don't care.
Does anyone have anything else? Does anyone have anything else they want to say about?
Please, dear God, no.
Terraria was like the first game I really got to like play with friends online. Like, I had really a lot of fun with it. Again, Mortal Kombat is just kind of there.
Anything
I
else
own
from anyone?
Terraria. Maybe I'll vote for it because of that. I don't know. I don't care.
Mick, what if I said that we're gonna play Terraria together?
No. I'm voting for Mortal Kombat.
No.
All
I tried to bribe him. It didn't
One.
work.
I'll play Terraria with you, Christian.
Oh, thank you. Mwah. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to vote first. I'm going to vote for Terraria. Mick, your vote?
I guess Mortal Kombat. I don't know.
You just don't care? You just don't care?
I don't care.
Clanky, your vote?
I unfortunately have to give it to the game that I've played and actively enjoyed. So it's Mortal Kombat.
Oh,
Okay.
Jesus. Oh, Jesus, Graham.
Terraria.
Oh, Jesus, Taylor. You Jesus.
Oh
Your
my
vote.
God.
Am I the tiebreaker?
Yes,
Yep.
you are the tiebreaker.
All right. Well, so listen, I was thinking about it, and while I initially thought Mortal Kombat would be the thing, ultimately, I remembered what I said about fighting games, and actually, Terraria is something I plan on playing on my next backlog. I may never play Mortal Kombat, so
Oh my
I think
God.
Terraria.
Thank
Whoa.
God. Whew. That's a close one.
Okay.
Terraria's still in it. This one, for the love
Yeah,
of
just
God.
vote. Just vote.
For the
Yeah,
love of
just
God.
Just
For the
vote.
love of God. god. I'm gonna vote for Little Big Planet 2. Mick, your vote?
I'm voting for Little Big Planet 2. I love how you're preemptively putting the 0 in there.
Clanky, your vote.
I think I'm gonna have to vote for Little Big Planet 2.
Look, if I can just get one of you to play this game, I'll be happy.
I'll play it. I just won't vote for it in this.
Graham, can I ask you one quick question?
Oh my
Yes.
god.
How much preliminary knowledge of Yu-Gi-Oh do I have to play this game?
It teaches you.
Tons.
And it's also, Yu-Gi-Oh is also very easy.
Okay.
It
All right.
was very
Then
easy.
you know
I mean,
what?
now he's just lying to you.
No, Graham, you know what? Based on that description, I will give it a shot.
Oh
I
my.
taught Christian.
We
Yeah,
did
Christian
do
can
one
learn anyone
session.
can live.
We did do one session, and now I've betrayed you. I'm sorry.
Again, because I'm voting for Little Big Planet 2.
And Taylor, your vote?
What's the score?
It is 4-0 with Little Big Planet 2 in the lead. Do not vote because you feel bad.
It's again, it's like I'm trying to think like if I would ever go back to playing a Yu-Gi-Oh game, if I would. Graham, there are motorcycle segments in this one, right?
Yes.
Are they better than they were in the 2009 version?
Yeah, there's less mandatory ones. And, yeah.
That's what caused Taylor to vote where he does.
I don't
But in
know,
Little
man.
Big Planet, you can make Yu-Gi-Oh!
I don't know, man.
That's so true, though.
I'll probably play Little Big Planet 2 before I play 5Ds.
Yeah.
I will put in that vote then. Sorry,
All right.
Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds. You hate to see it go.
So we end the first round after 2.5 hours.
Yeah, look, people. If
Listen,
anyone
we need
ever
Jordan
needs
here.
to break,
You know, all 3 weeks if Jordan wasn't here. All right, he is the voice of reason.
Yeah.
I was the one who
Jordan-
set the time limits.
Yeah, I was gonna
To be
say,
fair,
Jordan's
we
the one
started
who's
at
going,
8:30.
guys, what the fuck? This is
Also-
taking forever.
I know.
Also, we had to pause for a long time when my Wi-Fi shot the bed.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Also-
Anyway, this one's gonna be really difficult, and I'd actually like to talk for a little while about
no.
this
Yeah,
because
agreed.
because Pokemon Black and White is in my top 10 favorite games of all time, and Minecraft is like number 11. So this is one of the most difficult decisions I will probably ever make in my life. So
No, but I feel you. I really do.
yeah, because I think I know what the answer is just numerically. Like, since I have it ordered and I know which one is higher, I know. Does anyone have anything else to say?
I will say really quick that even though I feel like I should give the vote to the game that was more influential and more like I guess like, you know, the one that I definitely spent more time in overall. I am so much of a Pokemon fan that I feel like Black and White just holds that special of a place in my heart. Pokemon Black and White was the very first game that I got on release day because I was that excited to play it. And that was, back in the day, that was unprecedented for me. I had to wait till my parents were able to drive me to GameStop to buy something. But I was so hyped to play this game that I egged them on nonstop to make sure I got this game. And it's not to discredit Minecraft at all. Minecraft is such an incredible game. It's just such a hard choice. It really is.
Pokemon Black and White was one of the only games that I ever got a strategy guide for, and I think it really exemplified the experience for me because I got to look through the strategy guide and I got to see all of the Pokemon that I was going to be eventually able to meet, and it's like, well, wow, I'll get a Crocodile, and I'll get an Archeops and a Chandelure. Oh, Chandelure is so cool, and obviously, yeah, the Pokemon are amazing, and there's really, again, I have nothing else to say about it because I think I'm already decided, but I just want to hear if anyone has anything else to say about either of these before we start voting. The voting order has changed, by the way.
I met some. Let's go in. I met one of my best friends in a Minecraft server.
Nice.
You guys. Oh no. Everyone here except Clanky, I think, has met Eric. Yeah, I met Eric
Yes,
through a
I've met
Minecraft
Eric.
server.
Oh wow.
So, yeah.
Really?
So, I think then we can start with the new voting order. In this new voting order, Taylor goes first.
Okay. I just want to say first, Clanky, again, your experience is so similar to mine because I distinctly remember the night before Black and White came out. I was so excited I barely slept because I was just thinking of all the new Pokemon designs. It's so funny. I didn't even use this Pokemon on my team, but I just kept going, Timber, Girder, Conkeldurr. That's so cool.
Yes. Yes.
Conkeldurr, underrated Pokemon. I love that little bitch. Oh my god.
I just want to say, because I don't know which one is going to win here, I haven't said much about my own appreciation for Minecraft. There is something, there was this childhood fascination I always had with like, oh dude, what if I could just wake up one day and like take a roller coaster that was by my window and just take it above the skies and then come back? Or like, what if I could like ride home from school one day on a water slide that like takes me directly home and it's just for me? And Minecraft, like with work, can make you live out those fantasies, and it's cool. I really like that.
Mm-hmm.
But Black and White's better.
So Black and White is your vote?
Yeah.
I believe I am next in the voting order. Yes, I am. And I'm just going to go with the numerical option, and I'm going to vote for Black and White. Mick, your vote?
Minecraft.
Clanky, your vote?
Fuck, dude. This is so hard.
I know, right?
This is such a hard choice. If I sat down and thought about it, never mind. I'm going to say what Taylor said before, where if you asked me tomorrow, I might have a different answer for you. But right now, I have to pick Pokemon Black and White.
And Graham, your vote for posterity.
I have to go Minecraft side because I've actually played it.
I hope Minecraft makes it through the losers brackets okay.
I'm certain it will. Yeah. I'm not worried about that.
I'm gonna say this. If we end this bracket and it's Pokemon Black and White versus Minecraft again, which I doubt it will be, but if it is, I can be convinced.
Are you sure? Remember when Fallout New Vegas had to go against Sid Meier's?
And I was on Sid Meier's corner the entire time, baby.
And when we got to the end, Graham betrayed everyone.
Yeah,
I put 1,000 hours into it.
He didn't betray anyone. He made me happy.
No, the narrative today is that Graham is a traitor because he killed Saints Row the Third.
So, Batman Arkham City versus Bastion. In terms of my views, I'm already convinced on what I want to vote for. But if you guys want to try and convince me otherwise, you can.
I'm also convinced.
I know where I'm leaning, and I don't.
I know where I'm leaning.
All right,
let's just go. Yeah.
Taylor, you start.
Batman, please.
I will also be voting for Batman. Mick.
Oh yeah.
Bastion.
Clanky.
I've never played either of these games, but if I had to pick the one I think I would enjoy more, I have to pick Batman.
Yeah.
Graham, your vote for posterity.
I would like one Batman, please.
There we go. You've gotten yourself a singular Batman.
One tiny Batman.
We have another really difficult one ahead of us.
Oh my.
Skyrim versus Portal 2. It's not hard for me. It's gonna be hard for the rest of you.
Yeah.
This one is.
Like for me, it's easy, but for the rest of you, this is gonna be a tricky one.
I think. Oh god.
I know what I'm picking.
I think
I know what I'm picking. Mine's fairly easy too.
I love Skyrim. However, I think I'm gonna have to say Portal 2 because when it comes to, I played Skyrim a lot, but I think I probably have invested more hours in Portal 2, even though it's a shorter game. I think I probably have played more Portal. Because it's weird. Skyrim, I start having to go for I start having to go to like mods and DLC for my new fix, but I can play the basic levels in Portal 2 again and again and again. For some reason, I don't know, because it's a puzzle game, so surely I should know the solutions. But for some reason, I still do it anyway.
It's just fun. It's just fun.
I like that.
You know? So if no one else has anything else to add, Taylor, you shall vote.
When it comes to ambition, I feel like these two may be the strongest contenders in this whole bracket.
I think so.
So true.
Yeah.
Maybe with the exception of Minecraft.
I mean, the three of them make the trifecta.
Minecraft is pretty ambitious. I'll give you that. I will say, because I haven't talked too much about Skyrim. One of my favorite elements of Skyrim or how many different goals you can be working towards at any one given time. I love one of the things that Skyrim does better than any open world game for me are its multiple quest lines through its guilds. I love doing the Thieves Guild and Dark Brotherhood quests every time. I love having like, ooh, here are all of these chains of side quests that have their own separate stories, and they'll always be better than the main story. And I also just love how it's a game where you get stronger, where you learn by doing. You get stronger by just doing things, and I like that.
Can I say that is something I appreciate about Skyrim is that it's not so much of it's not so much like you get better at things by doing it rather than like I want to invest points here.
Yeah, and I know from other games that doesn't always work. Final Fantasy II, and I just wanted to throw that out there because it's actually not that tough for me to say that Portal 2 is a more fun game for me. I really love. I think it's the story, and I think Portal 2 has one of the greatest ideas ever.
All right. My vote is going to be going to Portal 2. Mick, you are Portal 2, right?
Yeah, I'm Portal 2.
Oh my god.
Clanky, your vote for posterity?
My vote is also going to be for Portal 2.
Gran, your vote for posterity?
I have played more Skyrim than Portal 2.
So Skyrim.
Yeah.
I don't think any of us are going to dispute you with that. Like this was a hard choice.
Yeah, there's no, and this next choice is going to be
Todd Howard is going to kill everyone but Graham.
So my mind is already made up here.
My mind is almost made up because I have not played Dark Souls, but I have played Bloodborne.
So we actually haven't talked about Dark Souls yet because
because we talked about
we were just too busy talking about Yu-Gi-Oh.
Look, it was the only chance I had.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
I respect it. I will say that, like, the biggest complaints with Dark Souls is that, right, it's very clunky, it's very awkward, it's very unforgiving. But speaking from someone who thought all those things and was very, very not interested in playing Dark Souls, like any Dark Souls, once I finally did, I realized that all of those things aren't necessarily bad. Yeah, I guess Dark Souls is a little bit clunky, but everything in the game works and is so fine-tuned to that quote-unquote clunkiness that it's just like such an enjoyable experience. And
I should also say...
real quick. Granted, I've only played Dark Souls 3. I haven't played Dark Souls 1. But if what I hear is correct and that Dark Souls and Dark Souls 3 are very similar games, I feel like I'm going to be singing the same praises about that one that I would be about Dark Souls 3. All right, I'll shut up now. Go ahead.
Yeah, so what I was going to say was, what's going on? You are correct. The Dark Souls 3 is a little bit smoother. It's a little bit, but that's mainly because of you know, like technology thing rather than anything inherent to the game design. And I would say that the idea that the game is unforgiving, I don't necessarily think that is, like, a lot of people talk about, oh, Dark Souls is a hard game. I don't necessarily, like, I'm not going to say it's an easy game, but what I am going to say is that it's not the tie your girlfriend to the railroad tracks, you know, twirling its mustache cartoon villain type
Kirby's
game.
Epic Yarn.
Dark Souls 2 is that game.
Oh,
Dark Souls 2 is not hard, it's just like, Dark Souls 2 is just a prank. Like, the game is just pranks. Like, it's not, like, there's no, like, there's not challenge, it's just out to get you, okay? Dark Souls 1, Dark Souls 3, Bloodborne, Elden Ring, are, the thing they have is an unwavering fairness about them. Where they don't, what's going on? Where it's not so much that, you will never have to, oh, you need to get this weapon in order to beat the boss, or you need to do this such thing in order to activate that. It's like, no.
Yorm the Giant wants to talk.
No. You don't have to do that. I beat Yorm the Giant without the sort of...
You're insane. You're a madman. You're crazy.
Yes.
I didn't notice until after I beat him that there's the thing on the chair.
Wow.
Okay? My point is...
Fair enough.
Yeah. Let's go again. Because I don't tend to loot in the middle of boss fights. Like, I just don't do that. But anyway, my point is that, and trust me, I want to give this to Sonic Generations a lot. But I have to give it to Dark Souls because, I mean, I love Sonic, but I don't really know if I could even. I just love Dark Souls so much.
I just want to give like my final thoughts.
Oh, yes.
I want to. I actually haven't played that much Dark Souls, but the reason I put this on my game of the year here is.
Wasn't it your number one?
Yeah, because there's a reason like all the other games that like came out this year are fine. I feel like there's really only one that you can really call that made its own genre. I'm like, yes,
Minecraft.
And it was called Demon Souls.
Minecraft.
Demon Souls came out, but this was a refinement. Like, there's a reason people say this is like the Dark Souls of blank and not the Demon Souls of blank.
Yeah. Can I say? And the reason for that is that Demon Souls is
an interesting game.
Yeah.
Yeah, very, very interesting.
Demon Souls has a lot more in common with Dark Souls 2 than Dark Souls 1 and 3.
If no one else has anything else to add, Taylor, you will start off the votes.
So, listen, I ultimately am never not.
Don't feel bad about what you're about to do. We're not going to.
Yeah.
No, it's just like I also want to say again that like a couple of weeks ago I would like not even like want to play devil's advocate to Dark Souls because like I really don't know if it would be something for me, but I do know that I've refound my interest in potentially trying it one day, even though I already am pretty sure that nobody puts Dark Souls as their favorite Souls game anymore, at least. I only ever hear Bloodborne, Dark Souls 3, and now Elden Ring, and that's fine. I just I think also just there's a big fear when I go in about how much of a guide game it's going to need to be for me. I don't want to permanently lose shopkeep members. I don't want to permanently lose my ability to do things, and I don't want to have to find cryptic shit to beat the game. I'll probably just ask Mick to tell me how to beat the game.
I will say that when you do lose like shopkeepers and other members and stuff, it's not like it necessarily ruins the game.
I think it's too cruel of a punishment in my mind.
It also doesn't exactly happen that often. Like whatever you're thinking about, it's not super common.
I had people murdered in Bloodborne all the time, and I actually made it out pretty okay.
It's just a personal thing for me about how I feel punishment should go. It doesn't matter anyways. I think Sonic Generations is the peak Sonic game. I don't even think Dark Souls is the best in its own franchise.
It's not.
So Sonic Generations.
Like Taylor, I totally agree with everything you just said there.
Yeah, well, we'll get to that in a later year, but I believe it is my vote now, and I have not played Dark Souls, but I have played Bloodborne. Bloodborne is some of the most satisfying 3D combat I've ever experienced in my life, and I
also hear that Dark Souls is different than Bloodborne.
Well,
Bloodborne is basically Dark Souls if everyone took cocaine. Like, it's just significantly faster and smoother.
So
That's kind of one of the reasons why Dark Souls 3 feels the way it does, is because the team had just come from making Bloodborne and are trying to adapt themselves back to Dark Souls.
Yeah.
And so
I don't suppose Dark Souls will be too much different from what I'm used to.
Yeah,
also,
no, trust me,
I don't think I'd like half of Sonic Generations, so I'm doing Dark Souls.
Yeah, that boost thing is still surprising to me, but fine.
Do not like the boost formula. Mick, your vote.
Dark Souls.
Clanky, your vote.
I'm giving it to Dark Souls.
Graham, your vote for posterity.
Dark Souls.
And it's not to say that I don't like Sonic Generations. I really do like Sonic Generations.
It's okay.
It's fine.
I would probably like the game too, but I'm like I'm being spicy for the sake of being spicy.
Okay.
Let's all right. Well, Sonic Generations didn't have to wait very long to get brought up again, so we're gonna change the voting order again as well. Now it's going to start with Graham instead. And we're doing Sonic Generations versus Deus Ex Human Revolution. Does anyone have anything to add?
I like Sonic Generations more.
Well, that's totally... Graham, would you like to vote?
Deus Ex Human Revolution, because again, I've played Deus Ex Human Revolution. I don't think I can, like, pick out Sonic Generations in a lineup.
Taylor, your Sonic Generations?
Please.
Now, in a twist of fate, I am going to vote for Sonic Generations, because because I love Classic Sonic, and I think Classic Sonic is the shit, and I would want more of that. So, I'm going to play this game sometime soon. Mick, your vote?
I'd love to give it to Sonic Generations, but unfortunately, I haven't played Sonic Generations, and so I can't I just wouldn't feel right for me to say that, so I'm going to say Deus Ex.
Okay.
And Clank.
Clanky's a Tyler.
Well, Mick, don't worry. I'll give my vote for you for Sonic Generations.
How kind of you.
No, I'm kidding. I would vote for it anyway, but still.
I was making sure. Okay. I was about to be like, what? That's not your vote?
No, it is my vote.
I was not. I expected Deus Ex to go a lot farther.
Same.
Oh
Yeah.
god, this next one's about to be a bloodbath.
I'm so sorry, Jordan.
No, it's okay. Just rip off the band-aid
Yeah.
very quickly.
No.
All right, Graham.
Didn't it turn out you didn't play Mario Kart 7?
I think so, but I'm just holding. I'm committing to the bit.
It's so funny
It's
though.
okay.
I'm
At
committing
least
to
it
the bit.
lost to Skyrim.
It's okay, but it needs to end in a bloody
I've
death
played
now.
Skyrim. I haven't played Mario Kart.
This is like the difference between Skyrim is crushing
I'm sorry,
Mario
can we
Kart
just
with a
appreciate
truck.
that? What Jordan just said.
All right. So who's first? Graham.
Graham is first.
Skyrim.
Go ahead.
Taylor.
Skyrim.
Skyrim.
I mean, it's gonna win this bracket.
Mick.
Skyrim.
Clanky.
I'm giving it to Skyrim.
Yes.
I can't
Okay.
I can't in good faith vote
Yeah.
for Mario Kart 7 over literally
understand.
Skyrim.
Honestly, most games there would lose to
I
Skyrim.
had a good run.
Can I just say to Christian, you haven't played Skyrim and you've played hundreds of hours of Mario Kart 7, so you've betrayed.
I think that says a lot about what he thinks about Mario Kart
Yeah,
7.
look, that's honestly.
Remember, it's the punchline.
Mick said it exactly. This is my last chance. This is my last fucking chance to get you guys to
Bastion
like
or
Terraria. Okay, Terraria. What do you want from me? Okay, what do you want from me? What do you want from me?
Christian, I want $20,000 and then your vote's mine.
You can get $20,000.
Christian, I want you. Christian, I want you to be happy.
No, but I can't bribe anyone, so I have to convince. What do you want in a video game? What do you want? What do you want in a video game?
I can't bribe you
Not
with my
Terraria.
happiness, says Christian.
I want a Sam Elliott sound-alike to narrate it.
I want Bastion to win.
Look, I'm just gonna say one thing. I'm just gonna say one thing about Terraria, and then I will leave it forever, and Terraria will die.
You said that last time.
But I'm gonna say
Forever,
one more thing about
forever.
Terraria. Terraria is what Mick described it as a very stressful experience. I describe it as an experience that you tailor to yourself, an experience
Taylor?
that
Taylor.
I
Hi.
swear to God.
Yeah, I'm a mod in the game.
So I describe it as an experience where if you want to sit back and relax and you can just dig and do whatever you want, you can. If you want to fight all the bosses, you can. If you want to be there are classes, you have skill, like you essentially go up and like
Sort of family.
one of the
Christian-
weapons is a yo-yo, and you shoot the yo-yo out at
Ness-
people.
Ness uses a yo-yo in Smash Brothers.
Exactly, and Ness
Can
is
I-
like the best character. So
Can I just ask you a quick question?
Yes.
How, and this will probably determine my vote, how similar is Terraria to Starbounds?
It is. Oh no. It's pretty similar.
All right,
but
my
there's-
vote's decided.
No, but
My
Clanky,
vote's
I'm not
decided.
Done, I'm not,
My
I'm,
vote's decided.
I'm not.
Christian,
I'm
we're
not
voting.
done.
Christian, we're voting.
Graham goes first.
Graham goes first.
Terraria.
Oh, Christian, I'm so sorry.
Oh, why'd you have to ask that question, Taylor?
Bastion.
I'm gonna vote for Terraria.
Could be
Mick,
close.
Bastion.
Yeah, it's not.
Clanky, just take one more second to think about it, and then we'll be right here.
All right, ready? Watch this. Ready? 1, Bastion.
You know what? I want to ask, but at some point, I want to ask at some point. But you know what? I almost don't want to know what the hell this bit with Starbound is.
And then-
You know what? I can explain it really quick. You ready? Me and Christian's friend Dan bought me Starbound, and it took me 5 years to play it, and I didn't even like it.
Wow.
That's all you need to know.
and then
That's
I
all
get to
you
go
need to
into a new form of misery. So,
Oh no.
Graham.
Graham, your vote.
I'm sorry, little one. I have to give it to Minecraft.
Look, I don't
Of
care.
course.
I'm not even trying to
Of
defend
course
it.
it is.
I'm not even trying. Taylor,
Minecraft.
I'm voting for Minecraft. Clanky. I mean, sorry,
Minecraft.
Mick.
Minecraft.
Clanky.
Minecraft.
I can't wait for Minecraft versus Skyrim in a couple rounds.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be.
Dude, I can't wait for Minecraft
Well,
2.
Yeah, it's gonna be Bastion versus Minecraft
Yeah.
next. And now we're getting close to the home stretch. Let me change the voting
Oh,
order again.
sure.
So we're gonna start back at Clanky as first.
Okay.
Surely.
And
This one. This one, I think I
Black
know
and
how it's
White
gonna go.
versus Batman Arkham City. Are we all ready to vote?
Yes.
Clanky, start us off.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to give it to Black and White.
Yep.
Graham,
I have to give it back on Arkham City.
Mm-hmm.
Taylor,
It's closer than I would probably think, but I think I'm more connected to Pokemon.
Yep.
and I'm going to vote for Pokemon as well because it is a top 10 favorite game. And Mick, we are voting for
I'm
Buster.
also gonna put Black and White. Yeah.
Yeah,
Awesome.
figured.
Wow.
Pokemon
That
Black
hurt,
and White.
figured.
I did not expect it to fucking speak like this.
That is true.
All right, now this
Crazy.
one hurts.
Ooh.
This hurts internally. And when we get to my vote, I might have to take a few seconds,
Okay.
even though I haven't even played one of these games. But I might have to take a few seconds. But we're starting off with Clanky. If you want to take a few seconds, you can.
This is the thing, right? Is that, like, I feel like if I played Dark Souls 1, I could give a more accurate opinion because I'm basing all of my opinions on Dark Souls 3. And I think all of us can, or at least most of us that have played both of them can admit, Dark Souls 3 is probably better than Dark Souls 1. Mick, let me ask you this specifically. Am I right? What are your opinions? Do you like 3 better than 1?
To a certain extent, yes. To a certain extent, no. Dark Souls 1 kind of benefits by the fact that it is the first game. It's kind of like my opinion on the first Pirates of the Caribbean movie, is that it's really good by benefit of the fact that it's self-contained.
Yeah.
Yes.
I see what you're saying. Okay.
And so it's really hard for me to compare the two, because in some ways, Dark Souls 3 improves on the mechanics for them in almost every way.
I mean, look, Clanky, I'm in a similar boat to you. I've been making my opinions on Dark Souls
Here's the thing.
solely based off of Bloodborne. So
Yeah.
I think I might even choose Portal 2 for this, only because the fondest memories I have of Dark Souls 1 is actually not even playing it myself, but helping one of my suite mates play through it.
Fair enough. It made me sit down and think for a second. Would I put Dark Souls 3 above Portal 2 as one of my favorite games ever? And I just can't do it. I have to give it to Portal 2.
Graham,
I might do that for. I probably would.
I have to give it to Dark Souls.
Ooh.
Taylor,
I say again, Portal 2 is the peak of its genre. Dark Souls is not even the best in its own franchise.
And-
That's so true, though.
and while I think the reason why I want to give it to Dark Souls so much is because I vicariously want to give Bloodborne more praise, and that's kind of unfair to both Bloodborne and Dark Souls. So I'm gonna vote for Portal 2.
Oh, good.
Mick,
I think I'm also going to give it to Portal 2. It pains
Bless
me,
your hearts.
but it pains me, and I might regret that tomorrow. But this is one of those. It depends on the day.
yeah,
If it was another game if it was Dark Souls 2, 3, Bloodborne, or Elden Ring, I'd be able to give it. I'd be able to make a much more conclusive decision. But I don't know. There's a lot of complicated memories trapped. With both of those games have a lot of complex memories associated with them, and so I'm not really sure which one to pick.
This one should be a little easier. Are we all ready to vote? Sonic Generations versus Skyrim.
I think I know where I'm going with this
I
one.
think it should be obvious to you all.
Clanky,
I guess I have to give it to Sonic Generations.
What?
interesting.
At the end of the day, it falls to the fact that I've played Sonic Generations and enjoyed it. Again, I bought Skyrim for $30 for the PlayStation 3,
Right.
and still to this day have never touched it.
Okay, fair. Of
Graham,
Skyrim.
course.
Taylor.
These are actually closer together than possibly anything so far, because I had to go to my top 100 just to verify which one of these I hold in higher respect, because I was confused for a moment. There's a 2-entry difference.
Oh my
So-
god.
Let me just take a moment to explain to myself why this makes sense to me. Right now I'm playing The Witcher 3, and I'm pretty sure when I'm done with The Witcher 3, it will be better than Skyrim. And even that being said, Sonic Generations I hold 2 places higher than Skyrim, because ultimately where ultimately it's about the world. Like Skyrim is still it's really fun for the custom narratives within it, but it's still I'm still not a big high fantasy lore fan, and
Yes, I so agree with you.
And it's like just it's just more like about the personal journeys you have, and that Sonic. I've always loved the cast of Sonic, and I love the music. I love so much about it. And again, Sonic Generations. I mean, okay, they're both the peaks of their franchise for me, but I just I really, really like Generations, and it's also just easier. Even though I haven't ever replayed it, I think it would be easier to replay.
So, I had my vote set on Skyrim, but then your discussion actually just made me think about things for a little bit, and I was thinking about how much I enjoy Mick's previous statement, how much I enjoy how Sonic remembers. One of my favorite things in my favorite franchise.
He remembers it, so you don't have to.
One of my favorite things in my favorite video game franchise, which is Kirby, you should all probably know that, is how much they reference their old games, how much they remember every single old detail, that they literally every single tiny little thing they've ever done is referenced in these games, and how much I love that. I love that they do that. And I think the Sonic Generations, and I'm like, it's just a game that's doing that, but with Sonic, another franchise that I love. And so because of that, I kind of got to give it to Sonic Generations.
Can I just say one thing, even though I voted for Sonic Generations? I do believe that, like, it remembers itself, but maybe not as hugely as we're making it out. Like, the story is still very much its own self-contained, and there are a couple of, like, humorous references to past games without flat out calling them. It's more of a past remembrance with its levels, which
but
is
that's
still
what makes
fine.
it great.
Yeah, no, it is great. It's a celebration of Sonic.
Yeah, like the idea that I can play through, you know.
But it's not like Sonic is going to recap the events of Sonic Adventure.
No, that's not what I'm talking about. But just the idea of getting to play in a classic Sonic stage as 3D Sonic in Boost Formula, and being able to play being able to play a Sonic Adventure 2 level as 2D classic Sonic.
Great. It's the best. By the way, Mick, does that reveal who you're voting for?
Yeah. I'm giving Sonic Generations because, and part of that is just the fact, the fact that the more I think about it, so much of my Skyrim, so much of my Skyrim experience was colored by the mods I had on it.
Fair.
And like base game Skyrim is good, but it's
Skyrim is out.
Skyrim
I just really can't believe
that's a big one.
Yeah, I just really can't believe that the Sonic game is what beat Skyrim.
It goes to show how great Generations must be.
I wasn't entirely convinced it was going to beat LittleBigPlanet, so.
All right.
Or well, almost. Actually, LittleBigPlanet was very close. Anyway, Bastion versus Minecraft. Okay, I hope we shouldn't have to think about this.
I think this might go quickly.
Yeah.
I think so too.
So the vote starts with Clanky, I believe.
Minecraft.
Then Graham.
Minecraft.
Taylor.
I don't know.
Whoa.
Because, again, I want to put Bastion in my top 200, but I don't know where. And
put it right before Minecraft and then vote Minecraft.
That's the thing, right? Is like Minecraft is pretty low in my top 200, but it's still there. And I feel like the fact that I could make up my mind about that, even though if I replay Bastion, this may change, but because I haven't, I have to go Minecraft.
Yep.
I'm going to vote for Minecraft, and Mick?
I'm for Minecraft.
All right.
Yeah.
Minecraft, sweep. We've had a lot of sweeps today. We've had a lot of sweeps. All right.
Okay. Wow, I can see the end. The end is in sight.
The end is in sight. We have 3 more, then 2 more, then 1 more.
Wow.
Or it might be, So, 3 more, then 1 more, then 1 more, then 1 more.
Besides going against Pokemon Black and White, every time Minecraft has been in the question, it's sweeped.
It's just that good. That's the problem. It's just that good. And it's going to win the losers bracket, and then we're going to have to do this stupid Pokemon Black and White versus Minecraft again.
I don't know about that.
So,
I don't know about that.
Are you all serious?
What?
We'll discuss.
We are in a new order right now, and this will probably be the final order until the end. It's going to be Mick starts the voting order, and then we go down, and I am the last vote.
All right, Portal 2.
Clanky.
I need to ask a question before I vote, and I want everyone's opinion on this.
Yeah.
How do we classify Nuzlocke challenges in this?
They're totally viable ways of playing the game.
And I totally get that, but is that like in the same? I know they're not like mods.
No,
like,
I would say it's not in the same category as a mod. I would say it's in the same category of me deciding that I'm gonna play Dark Souls with an exclusively fist build.
It's in the same category as speedrunning.
Because I've realized recently that, like, besides like when I replay a Pokemon game like for the first time in a while, or like playing a Pokemon game for the very first time period, the only like motivation I have to go back to play a Pokemon game is to do a Nuzlocke. And I it's tough because Portal 2 is so good. And I think because of that,
before you vote, I think that it is a labor of love that you even picked Black and White to be one of your Nuzlocke games. And actually, I believe, was it Black 2 or White 2 or Black and White that you played to the finish? Was it Black and White?
The first Nuzlocke I ever beat was Pokemon White.
Yes, it was Black and White that you beat. The fact that you actually made it through that entire game's Nuzlocke, was 2 or 3 Nuzlockes that you've beaten, right?
3 now.
One of 3 Nuzlocks that you've beaten.
Well, no, don't actually no, because I haven't beaten Leaf Green yet. I still got to do the Leaf Green Nuzlocke.
Yeah.
So only 2, technically.
Only 2. But the fact that you played through the entire game, and you played through it quicker than almost... I remember the time span that you had played through it was so fast. Because and you asked everyone for, like, nicknames, and it seemed like you were having so much joy playing this game.
Yeah, listen,
Christian, I think we gotta let him vote.
I'm not denying that I had so much fun with Pokemon White, and I think it's an amazing game and probably in my top 10. But you know what's in my top 5? Portal 2. I'm voting for Portal 2.
You can't say I didn't try. Graham.
Portal 2.
All right. Taylor, your vote for posterity?
You know, I've been saying a lot of nice things about Pokemon Black and White, but this is where it's not Pokemon Emerald and it does not have a battle frontier finally comes into effect for me, because it doesn't have a battle frontier, and that fucking matters to me. And also, it's not Black and White 2, which has a better sizable post game. And even then, I'm not entirely sure, but because I can at the very least say those things, I believe Portal 2 is better.
Mm-hmm.
And I will give my vote to Pokemon Black and White, and we will submit that. And I'm going to, this is going to be
Portal 2 won the big one.
This is going to be one of the worst losers brackets I've ever had to, had to go through.
Yeah.
Wait, didn't we already do Minecraft versus Black and White? Yeah, we already did that.
We did.
So we're going to have to do that again.
Arkham City versus Sonic Generations we haven't done yet.
Yep, Arkham City versus Sonic Generations is next, and the voting order is the same. So Mick, you start.
Sonic Generations.
Of course.
Clanky, you go.
Sonic Generations.
I can't believe it.
That could.
Graham.
Batman.
Taylor.
Sonic.
Wow.
And I'm gonna vote Sonic.
I'm fleeing the interview.
That's
Sonic
insane, dude.
Guys, this isn't something to be like astonished by. Sonic Generations is really good.
No, I know. I just don't think. Listen, you were surprised that it beat Little Big Planet 2.
I mean, I know, but I knew it was better. I just didn't know that you guys knew it was better.
I'm astonished.
I tried to keep it down for a while, but honestly, after enough discussion, I really turned my mind on Sonic Generations. I'm astonished. I have changed my mind on the game over the course of this yearly. Which is insane. Dark Souls versus Minecraft.
Oof.
I don't know if I can. I'm gonna need to bite my hand, and while I say this,
Minecraft. Did you say Dark Souls?
He said Minecraft.
No, yeah, he said
That's a strange way to say Dark Souls.
Clanky, your vote.
I feel mixed pain when I say this. Minecraft.
Graham, your vote.
Minecraft.
Taylor, your vote.
Minecraft.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow.
And then...
All right.
I salute you.
Dude, I hate talking about games that are really good, but I have to choose another game over them. Can we just never do these again?
Say goodbye.
Wait, where are we? Are we still in the losers bracket now?
We're still in the losers bracket. Sonic Generations versus Minecraft. Everyone say goodbye, okay? We're gonna say goodbye to a hero.
Are you sure?
Sonic Heroes.
We're
Mick,
saying
your vote.
goodbye to a Sonic
I'm not
hero.
ready.
Well, Mick, it is Mick's vote.
I salute you, Minecraft.
Oh my god.
Clanky, your vote.
Minecraft.
Taylor, your vote.
I still vote Sonic.
And I.
Wow.
It's you know what we have to give it the. Oh, I skipped Graham. Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
Minecraft.
Oh, okay. I'm so sorry, Graham. I completely skipped over you.
It's all right. You'll make it up to me later.
This is the first time that Minecraft did not sweep, I think. No, never mind. It lost to Pokemon Black and White, so that
Yeah, it's
Well,
here,
yeah,
isn't it, Christian?
yeah.
We're excluding Pokemon Black and White.
Well, now it's back. Pokemon Black and White versus
Oh my
Minecraft
God.
Part 2.
Dude, I don't want to play this anymore.
We have to see what takes on Portal 2 for the ending.
first.
Yep, Mick is still first.
Minecraft.
Okay.
Clanky, you are now next.
Fuck.
Just a reminder, we did this already.
I know,
later in the
but it
round.
doesn't make it any easier. I have to pick. God damn it. I think I have to pick Black and White.
Of course.
Graham,
Minecraft.
Taylor,
It's still Black and White, dog.
and guess what? It's still Black and White for me.
Oh my god.
I demand a round 2.
Welp.
I demand a round 2. We've made it
Guys,
this far.
I'm very happy with this finals.
This is a great final.
Portal
It's 2
2
games in my top
versus
50.
Black and White.
I hate that I just voted off Minecraft. I really hate that.
The final voting order is me as the first vote and Taylor as the last vote. This is the final voting order.
You go first, Christian.
So my vote is going to be, as expected, Pokemon Black and White. Mick,
Portal.
Clanky, will you accept any last notice from me in terms of your vote?
If you can convince me, I might change my mind, but it is going to be very difficult.
So, what makes Pokemon... Why are you a Pokemon fan?
Because I like the silly little creatures that battle each other.
Well, thankfully,
It's
Black and White comes with the most silly little creatures. And the fact that Black and White...
I gotta say,
Takes-
asking someone why are you a Pokemon fan is a bit like asking you, so why do you like soda? Like, I don't know. I've always drunk it. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like
Why do you like Arizona tea, Mick?
it's really like I started this addiction when I was 8, and things just really haven't gone any other direction.
Okay.
It's like, should I still like it? No, probably not. But here we are.
I will preface this notice by saying that I think the thing that makes Pokemon Black and White and the reason why I voted for it and why I hold it in higher regard is because Pokemon Black and White is one of those games that is filled with wonder and amusement and so many different things to discover. It is a Pokemon game where you can go around and discover new things and have and gym characters that actually mean things, and you feel like you're literally there, like you're actually
And as we
making
know,
these
Portal
connections.
2 is notorious for having zero exploration and characters.
Well, the exploration in Portal 2 is not peak, but characters, yes, I'll give you that. But Pokemon Black and White does have Portal 2 on exploration.
Christian, it was a valiant effort, and I'm sorry, but I have to pick Portal 2.
I mean, look, I wasn't gonna win anyways because look at these next 2 votes. Graham, your turn.
I have to give it a Portal 2.
Yep, and Taylor.
Portal 2 is the greatest game of 2011, and I'm glad we all realized that.
So true.
And Sarah agrees with all of you right now that Portal 2 is the best game of 2011.
I
Hell
will
yes,
end
Sarah.
the tournament. Portal 2 is the greatest game of 2011.
I'm proud of us.
Beautiful.
We did make a great lineup for those top 3. That's a
Yeah.
great lineup. Right
Yeah.
there. Portal 2, Pokemon Black and White, and Minecraft. That's awesome. That's so great.
Do show more. I want to. I
Sonic Generations is
What a bizarre.
Skyrim
What a
is
bizarre results screen.
above Dark Souls.
Hey, I am glad Sonic
Yeah, I
made a
need
good
to
part.
know. I need to know that. I know it is. I need to see it at the bottom.
Listen, we all
Mortal Kombat's the loser.
There it is.
we all got hurt today. Okay.
What,
We did.
look, Yu-Gi-Oh! 5D's World Championship over the next.
I mean, Graham betrayed himself. So
I knew.
I'm gonna.
But then he
I didn't put it in to win. I wanted to get someone to play it. It's the only way I can know to do. I can do that.
I'm happy Little Big
Hey,
Planet 2
Graham,
won.
I just want to ask, have you ever tried saying to a friend, hey, would you like to play this game? I think you'd be interested in it.
Okay, but I mentioned Yu-Gi-Oh! 5D's 2011 Over the Nexus many times, and no one's played it yet.
Really? I actually have no memory of you ever mentioning it.
Christian, you could talk more about this.
Wait, I'm sorry?
You remember remember that one time you were like, gee, Graham's talking about this game so much, I'm gonna look it up on...
Yeah, no, that was a story I meant to bring up, actually. So there's a site, I'm not sure if any of you have heard of it, it's called Backlogged, where I log all of my favorite games and all that sort of stuff, and,
Everyone should use that website.
it's very good, and added me and Clanky as friends on that website.
we're not sponsored.
We're not sponsored. We are sponsored, actually. And
do it.
And Graham was talking about this game, and I was like, you can go 5Ds over the Nexus. Let me look up this game on this backlog website and see what people have to say about this game. And the first review that comes up, I shit you fucking not, is from a guy called Gratchor. And it was something about like, this is my comfort game, and I was like, and I was in the call with Graham, and I was like, Graham, do you know you're on this website?
Can I just say, we live in a universe where Saints Row the Third and Yu-Gi-Oh! 5D's World Championship 2011 Over the Nexus are equals.
Exactly.
So true.
What
So
a great
true.
universe.